Right, we are live once again. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the second match of round 3 of the Rugby Championship 2021 competition. This one is a big one. It's going to be the Springboks taking on the Wallabies. We just saw a win for the All Blacks up against the Pumas. They were able to receive that bonus point, which does mean now they are sitting on 15 points. This is the table before this round started. So the All Blacks moving up onto 15 points, and the Springboks here, they will want to get a big win over the Wallabies. But the Wallabies, they will want to fight hard. They are going to be at home in the Gold Coast for this match as well at CBUS Super Stadium. But I see that we've got a huge amount of people already on this live stream. I appreciate every single one of you from transferring over to this live stream we have got there in the chat just commentary as well. Yes, this one we won't be able to show any match footage or audio, sadly, because of copyright, but we will be giving our own live commentary and we will be having a good time while doing it, because this match, it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be a hard-hitting, fast-paced affair between these two sides. We've got returns in the Springboks starting lineup. We've got a big return in the Wallabies lineup as well, which we will go through in a very short moment. But do let me know in the chat what you guys thought of that last match that we did get to see between the All Blacks and Argentina, when the All Blacks were able to get that win 39-0 up against Los Pumas. So looking through, though, at the starting lineup of South Africa, what a team they are at the moment, being able to get 2 wins over Argentina in their first 2 games of the Rugby Championship. Starting in the number 1 jersey will be Stephen Kitsoff, very good in that front row. Bongi Umanambi starting at 2, and Franz Malherbe going to be starting at 3. So they made quite a few changes in that 4-pack for the Springboks in this match. Eben Etzebeth starting at 4. Physical specimen will just end up hitting the line hard, targeting maybe the likes of a Michael Hooper, because of the fact that he will be one of those players that if the Wallabies don't get that Michael Hooper kind of rolling train going that he has been able to do in the last couple of games, they'll be in a little bit of trouble, as he is one of the standout forwards for the Wallabies this year. Lou Diaga starting at 5, very good player as well. Sia Khaleesi, the captain, starting at 6. He would absolutely love to get the to get the Springboks a win on Australian soil, because of the fact the last time that the Springboks won on Australian soil, I believe it was way back in about 2016 or somewhere around there. The last 5 games on Australian soil for the Springboks, it has been 4 losses and 1 draw. But those were all before the World Cup. They were all before the British and Irish Lions tour. They were all before the South African outfit has just become incredible when it comes to that. Speaking of Bulls as well, number 8 for them, Dwayne Vermeulen returning into the starting lineup. He didn't get any opportunities in the British and Irish Lions tour, but he is now back. He is looking dangerous. Thor, as he is known as, the South African Thor, and he is going to be pretty much any opportunity he gets, he will hit the ball up. He will smack into that defensive line of the Wallabies and see whether or not he can create this space. Franco Mostert at number 7, very good player. I've loved watching him throughout the British and Irish Lions tour, getting the opportunities that he has been getting. And at this stage, maybe he will get a few more in this one as well. Tell you what, the chat is going extremely quick at the moment. We have got a lot of you here already. We have got Wicked Knight, we have got Katie Dixon, George in the chat as well, David Rio, Gamer Sebastian, Crazy and Ted, Johnny Blaze as well. May the odds always be in your favour. Are you not entertained as well? Says Tom, I'll tell you what, this game is going to be entertainment and a half. I can tell you that right now. It's going to be an awesome fixture between these two sides, and hopefully we do get to see some fast-paced, hard-hitting rugby. Like I have mentioned, we have got Adam Mortals, so every Bok fans that is knowledgeable and open mind hangs around chat rooms and rugby forums as well, says Bruno. And also we have got Yes Home, Katie Dixon. All I hope is an amazing game, says Wicked Knight. But now looking at an amazing player, Faf de Klerk, he is back as well. He did end up getting injured, and I believe it was the second game of the British and Irish Lions tour, but now he is going to have an opportunity to be able to start in the number 9 jersey. He went for quite a kicking game last time we saw him, Faf de Klerk, so I'm interested to see whether or not the Springboks decide to do that up against the Wallabies, because the Wallabies, they have a decent counter-attack when they do get the opportunity, and that could be coming if Faf de Klerk goes for those high kicks. But then it also sets up this back line. Andre Pollard going to be starting at 10, very good player, Andre Pollard. Good kicking game as well. He has been a little bit shaky in a couple of those games earlier on in the British and Irish Lions tour since returning, but since then, he has been on fire. Andre Pollard in the number 10 jersey. Damien Dialende, Lokanyo great centre combo for the Springboks in this one. And then Mapimpi out on one wing. Makazole Mapimpi, that is. And then it will be Sibu Nkosi out on the other wing instead of Giselle Nkobi, who is injured at the moment, which is very unfortunate for South Africa. But they still have depth for days, that is for sure. And hopefully we do get to see the situation of Nkosi being able to run wild down that wing, up against Marika Korombete, and he is a brilliant player indeed. Marika Korombete, we have got want the Wallabies to win. That probably the Springboks win, unfortunately, as well, says Steve Smith. And also, tell you what, the chat is going quick at the moment. Anyone who hasn't already, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. At this stage, we are in the situation, if we haven't even started the game, we were able to hit 100 likes on our last live stream before getting to the kickoff. We are currently sitting on 58 already. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. Also, the pinned comment, it does take you to the Rugby Down Under podcast on Spotify, where we talk all things international rugby. And also, there is the link to become a channel member if you do want access to exclusive emojis, and you get a little badge next to your name in the chat that does make you stand out, just like Rio Gamer with Nigel 15 points as well from Rio Game. And also we have got Hamish looking great in the tux, real professional. Sky Sports might as well sign you for a YouTube venture. Keep going, mate, as well. That would be absolutely awesome if that was somehow able to happen one day. Would be absolutely insane if that was the case. But we have got Willie LaRue. I didn't mention him, but he is in the number 15 jersey for the Springboks. He does a lot of work behind the scenes, Willie LaRue, that you don't really get to see out on the field. It doesn't seem too flashy at the time, but he covers a huge amount of ground. He was able to set up Makazola Mapimpi in that second or third match, I believe it was, up against Argentina. Just covered a huge amount of ground, and in the end, it did mean that he was in that situation of being able to help out his fellow backline member in Makazola Mapimpi. Looking through the chat at the moment, Rip Sky Sports Hamish provides for better entertainment than those rip-off fellows as well. From Johnny Play, South Africa will win, says Nigel Owens in the chat. And also we have got saying I want Australia to win, but can see how they'll do it again, or can't see how they'll do it against this outstanding South African side. And you're looking at them here, they're not going to be an easy beat at all for anyone in World Rugby at the moment. So they need to make sure that they can somehow just end up running away with the game in the last 20 minutes. I think the last 20 is going to the Springboks. It's just what the Wallabies can do in that in-between period that will really shape the game. I have a feeling we have also got the Wallabies starting lineup. Now, looking through, they've made a few changes as well. Angus Bell going to be starting in the number 1 jersey. He is a beast, and he is going to be scrummaging up against Franz Malherbe. Then it is going to be Falau Whainga, Alan Alatoa finishing off the front row. Isaac Rodder starting at 4. Now, something that I mentioned in my earlier preview of the Wallabies versus South Africa is I thought that they were going to be taking out Darcy Swain because of the fact that Etzebeth would eat him alive. Darcy Swain, he is still young, and Etzebeth, the experienced veteran, needs to have an experienced veteran against him, and that is Isaac Rodder coming back into the Wallaby side due to the Ghetto law being a thing, and that means that now he is linking up with Matt Phillip, who will be starting at 5. The loose forward trio, these guys need to have a big game, plain and simple. Lockie Swinton, Rob Valentini, and Michael Hooper, because the Wallabies, they need to make sure that they don't get overpowered by those Springbok forwards, because we know the Springboks, they've gone with the 6-2 split on the bench, which means they've almost got 3 loose forwards in their arsenal to be able to bring out into this game later on, which is why they need to make sure that they do very well here and stop those loose forwards from running wild, because with Dwayne Vermeulen, Sia Khaleesi, and Franco Mostert across from you, Michael Hooper, he is going to have his best performance of the year, I have a feeling, and that's hard to do because Michael Hooper has been outstanding for the Wallabies this year. Tate McDermott at 9. I like the fact that Tate McDermott, he is a little bit of I called him the sniper, and the reason for that is because he is able to just pierce his way through the gap. But then the problem is, if you're piercing your way through the gap, you're more than likely going to run into the South African wall of defense right next to the breakdown, and bang, Tate McDermott sleeping possibly in this one. Hopefully not, though. Last time I said something like that, it actually happened, and I felt bad for the player. I believe it was Dalton Pavali before the game. I said he's getting injured in this game, unfortunately, I have a feeling. And then he was out for the next few weeks, sadly. But now we're up to a new name in this Wallaby starting lineup. New for this year, though. We've seen him before in the past. It is Quake Cooper. He's going to be starting in that number 10 jersey for the Wallabies, and that is instead of Noel Alessio. So it's a little bit of an interesting change, but the reasoning behind it is purely because of the fact that Noel Alessio, he feels a little bit of the pressure, unfortunately, early on in these games, and he can end up giving away a few too many of those intercept passes. 5 intercept tries for the All Blacks in the last 3 games up against the Wallabies. They cannot afford to do that in this one as well. But at this stage now, looking like a very good backline setting up with Samu Karevi at 12, 13 Lena Cattell out on the other wing. Marika Korombete going to be dangerous. But something I should mention as well, Samu Karevi had 23 carries in that last match up against the All Blacks. Absolutely insane the amount of times that man had to hit it up. And we have what's got there in the number 14 jersey, Andrew Callaway with Tom Banks closing out the starting lineup. I think they're going to target Tom Banks with the high ball from Faf de Klerk. It's just a little bit of a feeling that I've got, because Tom Banks, he's normally solid under a high ball a little bit, but he's also ended up hitting his face on the ball a few times in the past few weeks unfortunately. So he's going to have to make sure that he can claim that. The chat is going extremely quick at the moment, but I do appreciate every single one of you. We have got what's the score? It hasn't started yet. We have still got around 30 minutes or so before this game gets underway. We started extremely early, but there is plenty to talk about, not just for this game, but also for the game that we just witnessed. Andy the Sniper Callaway as well, says Sebastian. And also in there, we have got any streaming platforms to watch it as well. Says Robert, your best bet, if you have got a VPN, you will be able to watch it on 9 Now in Australia, I believe, or 7 Now, I think it might be, in Australia. And if you've got that VPN, you will be able to watch it on there for free, other than, of course, the cost of that VPN. But I think that is your only bet if you do want a cheap alternative on the block. But I think the Wallabies will win, as Quade will play to prove a point. And the thing that I like about Quake Cooper at number 6, oh, sorry, he's not at number 6. He's not in the loose forward trio. But the thing I like about Michael Hooper at number 10 is the fact that he is able to take risks. He's been a Wallaby before. Noel Alisio is still very young in his career, so he doesn't want to make those big mistakes, which then can actually lead to those big mistakes. So Quade Cooper, he's been around the block in terms of the amount of rugby he's played. He's played in France, played in Japan. He's played everywhere. Quade Cooper, the All Black supporters, some of them don't like him too much, that is for sure. But at this stage, we're in that situation of, I think Quake Cooper could be one of the keys for the Wallabies, which is why the Springboks, they will try and shut him down very early. Kiwis supporting the box here as well. Says the Nigel and say something in Afrikaans. I can say Yao Leka Ding and also Dinky. And I guess I should say Dinky to everyone who is tuning in at the moment. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe, because we are going to be covering every game of the Springboks, every game of the Wallabies, every game of the Rugby Championship and the Top 14, Gallagher Premiership, United Rugby Championship, Bunnings NPC, everything. We are going to be trying to cover as much of it as we can, even if we are in the middle of the night here in New Zealand. We covered the Curry Cup final last night. Zhao Lekading as well says up for this. And also, is it, I believe it is You Good Thing, is the translation there. Chisel and Colby might look God like tonight. All that space as well. Says Lax Axel, although unfortunately he did end up getting out of the starting lineup. And that is because of the fact that he is in that situation of, it was going to be Chisel and Colby. Was in that situation of, he got injured. Sadly, I don't know what my sentence was doing there, but it wasn't quite a sentence, unfortunately, for me. But, Chisel and Colby not here for this game. But looking at the benches, like I mentioned a little bit earlier on the Springboks, they have gone with the 6-2 split in this game. Malcolm Marx, Oxnashe, Vincent Koch, Marco van Staden, Joaquin Smith, Jesper Visa, also Herschel Yankees and Damian Willems. That is a bench and a half, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that they've gone with Van Staden, Smith, and also Visa means that they are going to be playing a very forward-orientated game. They're going to be hitting the ball up hard. They're going to be tackling hard. Those guys who are starting the match, the likes of Khaleesi, also Moster and Dwayne Vermeulen, their job will be to make as many tackles as they can and force the fact that South Africa are going to be the more dominant side in the breakdown, and then they can have a rest and they can bring out 3 more fresh men who will just tear havoc in the later stages of this match, which is why I have said that the later stages of this match will be going the way of the Springboks. Looking at Australia, Feleti Kaitu, he normally plays for the Western Force. We saw Santiago Mirano playing in the last match for Argentina, also plays for the Western Force, but then it's a situation of Kaitu. He hasn't really had too much experience at international level. In fact, it may even, I don't know whether it's a debut or not, but he hasn't had a lot of experience at international level, which is why he will be in that situation if it's going to be tough for the man to be able to go out there up against the Malcolm Marx. Malcolm Marx is going to score a try in this match. Saying it now, no matter what time he comes on the field, he can come on in the 79th. He is going to score a try in this match. This statement is going to backfire big time for myself, but we're saying it. We're doing it. Malcolm Marx scoring a try. James Slipper, Taniela Tupou could be a decent shout for being able to score a try in this match as well. Rob Leota normally plays for the Rebels, and he is going to be coming off the bench, given his first opportunity, almost said the word right, rather than Darcy Swain, who has been replaced. So that's interesting because they've replaced Noel Alisio and also Darcy Swain. So they have gone with a little bit of a tactic, I guess you could say similar as an example to the Bulls and the Sharks final of the Curry Cup. The Bulls, they have got a lot of experience out on that field, and I think that's what the Wallabies are trying to do. They're trying to bring in a couple more experienced players so that they can end up in that situation with Quake Cooper, and also it will be in the number 4 jersey, Isaac Rodder, try and get a little bit more experience in that starting lineup. Pete Samu, dangerous man with the ball in hand. Love watching him off the back of a scrum. And also Nick White, he's could almost be called the sniper as well, the way that Nick White plays. He's very impressive round the side of a breakdown, Nick White. And I'm hoping he does have a decent game in this match as well. And I can see him getting a late try in this match as well. Nick White, Malcolm Marx, write it down now because it will probably be 100% wrong. And then it is going to be Reece Hodge, the number 22 jersey. Dangerous kicking tee when that man gets it in his hands because of the fact he can kick it about 58 meters at least. So they will have to be careful not to give away too many penalties to Springboks in this game. Not sure whether we're going to get to see a yellow or a red card in this one, though. It's just another one because of the fact we have seen quite a few in the Rugby Championship and also in a little while in the competitions prior. We have seen quite a few. Jordan Pataya at number 23 recently returning from injury. That was almost about 3 sentences that I well and truly messed up. We have what's got there in the chat. What's the score? At this stage, the game has not quite started. We are still going to have another 20 minutes or so before we get to see those national anthems, and then the guys going to be running out onto the field for what promises to be a very entertaining game of this Rugby Championship. Jonathan Mate, try Vitbox as well, says Paul. And also we have got what's with the suit. We're at Munster Top the next day as well, says Kevin. At this stage, the suit always comes out for big occasions. It's not even close to being central at the moment. We're going to have to try and... Oh no, that looks worse now. I've kind of ruined it. We need to go that way. It's hard to do it when it is mirror, but pretty much the reasoning is we wear a suit when it's a big occasion game, and this is a big occasion game. Who's the ref as well as this Wicked Night? That is a great question. I know Nick Berry was the one for the last game, but I'm not too sure who it is going to be for this game, unfortunately. So I will let you guys know as soon as I do know. I will be sure to let you know. And we have got Nick Berry had a very bad game. Only seeing him infringement from the RGs as well. And where's Morne Stain, says Paul? That is a good question. I believe he is still in South Africa, if I'm not wrong. Did he travel with the side? I'm not too sure, but we are at this stage not too far away from the kickoff, which is going to be absolutely awesome. But going back to Nick Berry, at this stage, I believe he gave away 17 penalties against the Argentine side in this match. Sweet as has put it in the chat. Once again, his donation. Hands up. Who has a man crusher on Big Bad? It's a F as well. This man probably does. Big old Kieran here in the background. Come on, mate. Put your hand up. Oh, wait. He doesn't really have... Oh, no, he does have hands. He's got his hand down there. He's got his hand on his ball. Zzz, or just the ones without the Z. I don't know why I added the Z, but Kieran here looks like he's going to take a tumble again. Unfortunately, he just hasn't quite been able to find his footing recently. See you Wednesday as well, says Brandon. We will see you there. Nick White, the pesty, squirrel, but dangerous as well, says Reckless. I feel like that's a perfect way of describing him because of the fact he can go around the side of a breakdown and cause other sides problems. We saw it up against the All Blacks in Perth for Optus Stadium when they did get the win over the All Blacks. He would just keep on hitting the ball up around the side, and then it lures in just a little bit of the defense to go right next to it, hands on his balls. So I said, Wicked Night. Yeah, the rugby ball in his hand, the Adidas rugby ball there, and we almost got there. And the chat, where's your Springbok jersey buddy as well, says West T. I haven't actually got one, but I would absolutely love to buy one at some stage. Because I absolutely love their kit. I love the green and gold. And we're going to get to see two sides wearing green and gold, I believe, for this match, if I'm not wrong. Whoever's got there, who is going to score a try, says Marita. I said 4 off the bench. I think it's going to be Malcolm Marks and Nick White. My 2 predictions there, but we will have to wait and see. Give us a shout out in Limerick as well. Or Limerick? Limerick. I think it's Limerick. Munster all the way watching you here with my daughters, Penny and Hannah as well, says Kevin. And that's the thing. I'm going to be covering the United Rainbow Championship as well in the competition that is going to be starting up in only a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be absolutely awesome. They're just showing the try for Matt Tamua from the last time these two sides played off, and it was actually a mistake at line-out time that led to Matt Tamua scoring that one. Did Akira get injured? He did seem to have his eyes closed at one side, so I'm not sure whether or not he did end up just having something go slightly in it or something along those lines, but hopefully he's not out because he is still very dangerous player. Set up almost another try, and this one, good day all. Should be a good game. These two teams normally match up well, says Gail Jacobs. They do indeed. 2 big 4-packs in this match, that is for sure. Chisel and Colby, they are showing at the moment. Kobus Reinach as well, and then Jasper Visa. 3 players in the game up against Argentina. Epilele Fussy they are showing as well, which is interesting. Most of the tries that they did score up against Argentina actually are players who aren't playing in this game, which is a very interesting one indeed. How's it, man, as well? Welcome into the live stream survival. I'm doing very well. Thank you, mate. At this stage, we are excited for this match. And I will mention, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. At the moment, we recently brought up 5,600, which is an absolutely incredible number. We're now on 5,639. So we are well and truly pushing our way towards 5,700. Maybe by the end of this live stream, we will be able to do so, but also be sure to leave a like as well. We're sitting on 125. We're almost looking like we may be able to get to 200 before we even get to the kickoff, but we will have to wait and see. Hi, Kiwi lads. Robin says hi as well. Welcome in to the live stream, Robin. We have got there. Hi. If South Africa have a good victory here, New Zealand will have to know. Will have to notice it. Sorry, from Carl. And that's the thing. This table is still relatively close. This is the table before we hit this round of the Rugby Championship. So New Zealand, with that win over Argentina, will move up to a points differential of plus 91, and they will have 15 points for this match, or for going into this match, I should say. Then South Africa, if they get a bonus point win here, they've had 1 bonus point win out of their 2 games up against Argentina. They were actually able to get the bonus point in the first game, winning by 20 points, missed out on it playing in the second game, winning by 19, sorry. So it's going to be interesting to see how they match up in that regard. But I'm excited to see if South Africa can get themselves that bonus point and push their way towards close to the top of the table. My $20 house as well says Wicked Night. And also we have got, you're going to do that mini map where you can see the position of the players, says Alicia. Unfortunately, I don't actually have access to that, sadly. So I only have the scoreboard that I can have up, but I wish that I could in the future. I think I'll have to reach out to one of those betting companies who do show that, just to be able to get the permission to be able to show it, just in case they decide to copyright it. If I didn't ask, we else got there. I thought Noah played good enough. Chance for Hooper to shine as well, says Victor. I actually thought Noel Alicio's running game was pretty solid for the Wallabies. It was just the passing and the kicking at the goals that did kind of let him down a little bit. But overall, I thought the way that he was breaking the line was pretty solid. So I was hoping to see maybe him get another opportunity in one of these games off the bench. I think would have been the better option. I don't think you can throw him into the starting lineup so many times in a row, because now these other sides are starting to work out his weaknesses. So I think if they had him off the bench, it would have been pretty awesome to get him out there in the later stages of the game as well. And Dwayne Vermeulen is the best, says Marita. He is indeed, and he is back in that Springboks starting lineup, which is absolutely awesome. And he is going to be a real danger for anyone out on the field because of that power, that pace. He's just very good, isn't he? It's just the honest opinion. What's the score, says Benny as well. It has not quite started yet. We have still got around 15 minutes till this game kicks off, and we have got, I hope the Springboks underperform against Australia and hide something for New Zealand. As well says JP, so maybe a little bit of strategy coming through there. But do let me know, everyone in the chat at the moment, who is scoring the first try of this match. I always ask the question. I haven't actually decided for myself yet. I think that's something that I'm going to have to do here. I'm going to make a big call because I'm backing the Aussies to win by 12 points tonight, says David as well. And also we have got, I hope the Wallabies win. But at this stage, 75% of you, we've almost had 1,000 votes on the poll. 75% of you have said that it is going to be the Springboks walking away with this victory. 21% have said that it will be the Wallabies as well. I hope Aussie give them a hiding as well, says McKenna. And also we have got Go Bok from Nigel, and in there Biltong from Mornay. And good morning, says Salfesto. Welcome in to the live stream, mate. And Nkosi for the guest from Harrison. It's a decent shout. Cebu Nkosi is another one. Colin Betty first try in South Africa by 10. I would say, for my prediction, I'm going to say it's going to be Bongi Umbanambi. I think they're going to go for a rolling maul early on in this match. South Africa throw a lot of people off, and he will be able to get himself the try early on. Callaway will score the first try as well. Go Wallabies. And also we have got their Quake Cooper penalty first score as well, says Reckless. And also we have got their has not been able to sing while seeing Matilda how bad we are doing as well. And South Africa, the world champions, says Jacqueline. They are indeed. And at this stage, they are going to be defending it on the kind of soil that they haven't had the best record at in the past. In South Africa, in Australia, the last 5 games, the Springboks have not been able to get a win, but that was since 2018. And they have changed a lot since then. The Springboks, they are powerful. They are dangerous. How long till the match? We are sitting at about 10 to 15 minutes away, I believe, from kickoff. So maybe closer to that 15 because of the national anthems that will still have to take place. But after that, we are right into the action, and we are going to be doing the live commentary throughout this one. Who do you think will win? My mind is saying that the Springboks will be able to win this one by 12. Is my prediction. I think someone said by 12 earlier on for the Wallabies. So actually, I'll change it. Springboks by 11 is my prediction for this one. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Wallabies are right in there right up until that last 20 minutes. We have also got Wallabies by 3 as well from Patrick. And Ian Foster is going to score tonight in the bedroom. He's not watching this game as well, says Lex Sexel. And Tate for the first try, says Batman as well. We have got there in the chat box from Nigel. And I think the Springbok need to turn up tonight. New Zealand has got a healthy lead in this championship at the moment and putting the comp on notice, says Dashay. Yeah, it's going to be exciting if the Springboks can receive that bonus point in this game, because we will be in that situation of all of a sudden it is going to be all to play for in those later games of this competition, the Rugby Championship. The fact that we finish with 2 Springboks versus All Blacks games is just absolutely awesome. And I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how those ones will go. Chance, the doll Hamish, we need a proper green doll as well, says more. So at this stage, the inflatable All Black Kieran, he is getting a little bit flat, but he is always a bit lonely in the lounge. I think the Cats had a couple goes at him in terms of trying to pop him, which is why he kind of leans a little bit. But he's not too bad at the moment. Whoever's got their you're right, Hamish Bock as well, says that Nigel Owens. And is Quake Cooper playing? He is indeed. He is going to be starting at 10 for the Wallabies. And we will be showing the starting lineups and reserves in just a little short moment. But looking first at the fixtures that are going to be taking place next week, it is going to be that situation of, it will be Australia taking on South Africa and also New Zealand taking on Argentina. Although they are reversed, it is going to be Australia versus South Africa first. That will be a 9:05 a.m. kickoff in South Africa. And then 12:05 a.m. it will be Argentina taking on the All Blacks, who they did lose to just a little bit earlier on tonight, but they will want to try and fight back as well in that situation. We have got there in the chat 24-17 to Oz as well, and they always get 24 or 23 points, it seems, Australia, when they are on Australian soil. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case once again. But I will mention anyone who is new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are sitting on 145 likes already, and it hasn't even kicked off yet. We are only about 10 to 15 minutes away from getting to see the Boks in action on Australian soil for the first time in over 2 years. Should be an absolute cracking game of rugby. Go Bok. Hope the front row maul are the Aussies on the field tonight. And that's the thing. They've got the front row. They've got the locks and they've got the loose forwards. Every single player out there is a physical player, and they will just try and drive their way all the way through the Wallabies defence. We've seen that the Wallabies, they've given away a few cutout passes. They cannot afford to do that up against a side like the Springboks, because Mapimpi, Nkosi, all of those guys will just be sitting there waiting for it, and then they will get it. And Nkosi, you are not catching that man. Nkosi, he has got too much pace. Cotton Betty is a very quick man, but he's not quick enough to catch Seville Nkosi. I feel like that statement's going to backfire, and he's going to catch him in this game perhaps, but he's one to watch out for. Nkosi, he's getting an opportunity because of Jeslyn Colby being injured, and that does now mean that he's got a chance in the starting lineup, and he will want to make the most of it for the Springboks here. So I want to ask a question in the chat right now. Yes or no, are the Springboks receiving a bonus point for being 3 tries or more ahead in this game? Do let me know what you guys think. Kick off 200 likes away as well. Says it Wicked Night. Can we hit the 200 before we get to kick off? Maybe we will be able to do it. We are currently sitting on 162, which is absolutely awesome. And I do thank every single one of you. I will decide first try scorer after the next lineups from Hamish as well, says Wicked Night. And they will be coming very soon indeed. And also, we have got there, we've just got a few ads, and then we are going to be right into the action for this match. Shows the game process, says Johnny Blaze. Although, yeah, copyright unfortunately does exist, and it does mean that it would be in that situation of us getting taken off YouTube, which would be a shame because of the fact that we have got plenty of rugby that's coming up. Right, we have got in the chat, we've got everyone predicting. We have got there no from Harrison, no from Wicked Night, yes from Andre. Bonus point for the Boks, says Nigel. Also no from Hori, feeling upset tonight as well from Dew. So no and yes in the chat as well, 163, and yes, yell lick a ding from JP, and yes, sir, from Vanessa. So it seems the bonus point could be on the cards from you guys in the chat. Evan is a beast. He is indeed, and he is a dangerous man, not just with ball in hand, but also, like, he's going to enforce a big hit in the start of this match, I think. If the Wallabies are going to be receiving the kickoff, I think Eben Etzebeth is going to be right there, and he's going to absolutely whack whoever takes it. It might be could be Rob Valentini. That's my prediction. Springboks kickoff. Rob Valentini takes it. Eben Etzebeth goes, "How are you? You're not conscious." Now, he might hit him. He'll hit him a little bit low. He'll make him so that he doesn't have any breath left in those lungs. I think Eben Etzebeth for the start. And we always got there in the chat, South Africa win from London, UK, as well as the prediction. And also we have got there world champions forever and Boks 31-19 for Australia, and looking good, Kiwi lad as well, says Neil. Thank you very much, mate. We are wearing the suit for this one. The reason for it, anyone who is wondering, pretty much it is a big match, and for a big match we always wear the suit because of the fact that I love myself a big match, and this is exactly what this one is, between the Boks and also the Wallabies. It is going to be at the same location as the last game. The Gold Coast is where it is. They are just going to be having a chat to Dave Rennie on the sideline. He will be a little bit nervous for this one. How are you not conscious as well? Says a Wicked Night. And also we have got Sounds Nice in the chat, and Bok Yao Lekading in the chat. Carl Smith has said 22 to South Africa and 10 to Australia. Who do you think will win 2023 World Cup? I think it is going to be between the All Blacks, Springboks, and maybe France. Could be a bit of a dark horse there. I think they are the 3 kind of front runners, because it is a home competition for France as well. We'll give them that little bit of an advantage, that bet as well. It's not flash, mate. I'll be honest, Andre. At this stage, it's pretty much, it's a forfeit waiting to happen. Tell you what, how about, I normally do it if the All Blacks lose, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. If the Springboks lose this game, I think, do we do it? Springboks lose this game. If the Springboks lose this game, I will shave off this part and leave the mustache. Sound like a deal? Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, do let me know if that is something that you are willing to do. And we have got, I reckon Cooper will settle that Aussie midfield and do some damage. Him and Samu Karevi will be an exciting duo. The suit doesn't get a root as well, says Ian. And also we have got there, I got Valentini to whack Etzebeth. I think it's going to be a good battle throughout that whole game between those two. It's like Rob Valentini taking on Artie Savia. That was always hit after hit after hit between those two boys. Just, I don't know whether you guys can hear the hitting. I don't know whether it comes through, so I'm just sitting here playing paper, scissors, rock with myself. Hamish chat deal is on as well, says Sebastian. Deal Mo up as well, says Ray. And yes, says Andre Peters, safe that as well, says Sebastian. Also, we have got no yipping an eyebrow. We're not throwing in an eyebrow. That is for sure. Deal as well. Done deal from Tomo. So what was the deal? I've forgotten it. I believe it is if the Springboks lose. Is that if the Springboks lose, I have to shave the mustache. But if the Springboks win, I get to keep it for a couple more weeks, perhaps. What do we do? I guess that's the situation of what if the Springboks win? I guess I get a nice little round of applause or something along there. Deal on the beard shave as well, says Brian. Also, we have got there Brazilian instead and stream it as well, says Joe. I think that would get us well and truly demonetized. Let's go watching the game live as well. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty awesome one. We've got the live commentary on this channel. And then after the game, you will be able to find the highlights on the Super Rugby, All Blacks, and also Stan Sport YouTube channels. Mustache is safe as well, says Sebastian, and shave eyebrows, says Steve Smith. I don't know whether I want to go down the eyebrow rate as well because of the fact that I don't know how long they take to grow back. We have got when are they playing as well. Says Andres, they playing in 10 minutes time is when the kickoff is going to be happening. And then we have got to get rid of all the bum fluff on your chops. I think, yeah, it is that situation of I always say if we hit the kind of forfeit, then I will get rid of it. But we've been winning matches at the All Blacks, so I haven't been able to get rid of it yet. So it's well and truly overgrown. So I need to get rid of it. So that is why the Wallabies need to win this match if I do get to shave it. And we have also got there only like a month, as well, says BDG. And also we have got there, you haven't got enough of a beard to shave, bro, as well, says McKenna. And also we have got there, get the number 11 in your eyebrow as well, says the Uso. I think we're going down the wrong track. I think the beard is just where I'm gonna keep it just for now. Maybe we'll have a bigger forfeit on one of these future ones, but nonetheless, can we hit our like goal of 100? Oh, we're on 194. We need 4 more likes before we get to kickoff, and we have still got 10 minutes as well. South African is going to if you up. Dwayne Vermeulen is back. You're going to get it on as well, says Prince Eb. I am actually from New Zealand, so I guess that is for the game coming in a couple of weeks, unless, of course, you are talking about if I was an Australian, maybe. And we have also got our presence will surface if the Boks prevail as well, and South Africa beat New Zealand when full bold, or then full bold as well, says Sebastian. I feel like I'm just going to lose every single hair on my body at this stage. By the sounds of it, I think I've gone down the wrong track. We've got there, mate. Who do you think is going to be a game changer in this game for both sides? Right. Straight away, I'm going to show the lineups once again for you guys who are just tuning in now, so you can see exactly who is going to be out on the field. Looking at South Africa, my game changer for them, I think, is going to be big Dwayne I want to say Dwayne Vermeulen back from injury, but I'm actually going to say Etzebeth. Etzebeth is going to be that player that really enforces that physical nature out on the field and will make it a very tough game for the Wallabies to get into. I'm going to say Etzebeth is going to be rushing up to try and shut down Quake Cooper, rushing up to shut down also the man in the number 7 jersey, Michael Hooper. So Etzebeth is my game changer for the Springboks, but also Makazole Mapimpi could be a decent shout in that regard as well. Australia, looking through the lineup, I think, tell you what, I'm going to say, I think Quake Cooper is the game changer for the Wallabies. They've had Noah Lolesio the last couple of weeks. Hasn't been working out for them. They've put in Quade. He's got nothing to lose. He's getting a little bit on in terms of the age. There is nothing that this man has to lose in this game other than the match, depending on how well they play. So he should go out there, throw everything into it, Quake Cooper, and see if he can get the Wallabies a massive upset win. I'm just listening at the moment. I got like the epic music in my ears from like them doing their promo, and it's hyping me up, even though I'm the one who's talking about it. But it's going to be a good match. So those are my 2 game changers. And then off the bench, Malcolm Marks, Nick White are the 2 that I'm going with in that regard. But this is who they have got there in the benches. And I will read the chat. It's going very, very quick. That is for sure. And we have got there as Tonga Language Week in Australia. Tonga Thor will teach us some word. And Pollard as well, says James Conobetti. Nkosi foot race as well. I want to see a 90-meter dash between Nkosi and also, Marika Conobetti. That's going to be awesome. Cooper down after Vermeulen's second hit. Yeah. They aren't going to be going light on Quake Cooper. They're going to be absolutely smashing him, which is why he's going to have to make sure that his ball kind of presentation skills to the other guys ends up in that situation of, I don't think that was a sentence. That wasn't quite a sentence, but pretty much he's going to have to get rid of the ball early or whip out that step that he has got, the little boom, off I go. We have got there as well, Wallabies for the upset as well, says Bacon and Eggs. Quake Cooper is playing for citizenship. That is true. He hasn't quite got the Wallabies citizenship, but he will be hoping to get it very soon, I think. But at this stage, they are just talking through the lineups. I will do the same once we get a little bit closer to the kickoff of this match, which is only a little moment away. Vermeulen is a tank. He is indeed. I watched him play for the Bulls, and that man, it's just one of those ones. He will hit the ball up. Even in that game, I'm pretty sure I watched the game where he ended up getting injured because he had been injured the week before and the week before. But anytime they had a quick tap opportunity, he'd be like, yep, I got it, boys. And then it just smack himself into the wall. That was the defense of the other side. And that's one thing that you can't buy. You can't buy that kind of heart of a player, and that is exactly what Michael Hooper has got for the Wallabies. So that's going to be the battle in the loose forward trio. I feel Michael Hooper's going to have to go extremely well. Cooper and Cotton Betting mix-up will be fire as well. Says Henrik, and Cooper is agile and eager to see the matchup. Phenomenal commentary as well, says Sebastian. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate it, every single one of you, for being here. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. At this stage, we are only around 5 to 10 minutes away from the kickoff. The sides are just in their last huddles. The national anthems will be happening. And then we have got this game of rugby that I can't even fathom how excited I am for this one. Fozzie, click, boom, as well, says McKenna. Also, we have got their blocks will be too physical across the park, but I want Quade to stand up and get those Wallabies firing. He has the key to unlock this Wallabies backline. I'm going for the upset, 21-18 to the Wallabies, and game hasn't started in almost 1,000 viewers. It is absolutely insane. We're almost at the peak of what we had for that last live stream, and this game hasn't started, so I do appreciate every single one of you. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button. We are sitting on 220 likes before this game has even started. If you are interested in getting some channel emojis, they are the pinned comment in the chat. And also, if you are interested in a podcast talking about all things New Zealand and Australian and international rugby, it is the second link there. How to psych out Quake Cooper, tell him Richie McCaw is coming out of retirement. That is something that we actually did on Rugby Challenge. We decided to go into that situation of actually putting him into that starting lineup for the All Blacks once again, and it was an interesting battle between those two. But at this stage now, looks like Michael Hooper and the Springboks as well, both looking ready to go out onto that field. We have got that let's go as well. South African forwards 9 out of 10, Wallabies forwards 6 out of 10, backline South Africa 8 out of 10, Wallabies 5 out of 10, 9 out of 10 combination South Africa, and also we have got there something out of 10 for the Aussies. I guess they're about a 6 or a 7 at this stage, but hopefully they can do very well. Look at your viewership. Imagine numbers on September 25th. It's going to be absolutely insane, but that is all down to you guys. For you guys who are watching, pretty much it just helps push the channel out to more viewers, and I absolutely just can't thank you guys enough for the amount of support that you guys show. I see a short interview with Cooper seems different as well. So Wicker Knight, everyone's kind of said that he seems like he's really matured. 70 tests, days since the last test, 1,541 tests versus South Africa, 14, and his win percentage versus South Africa is actually 66%, and Australia have won 5 out of their 6 last tests at home as well. We have got their Umoni box as well, says Killerman, and like and share, says McKenna, exactly right. Help us push towards maybe a new record. We were able to hit a record on the last live stream with the most amount of viewers at once. Maybe we can do the same in this game, but Sia Khaleesi now going to be leading the Springboks out. The first game for the Springboks since the World Cup on Australian soil or any foreign soil, to be fair. And we have got there, are there any Springboks fans, mate? There are indeed. You can hear them cheering, and we have also got a lot of you guys in the chat who are going for the mighty Springboks in this game. They are showing Dwayne Vermeulen days since last test, 680, still a long time for him, and his win rate against the Wallabies is 66%. Plays his first test against Australia since September 2014. So that's 7 years since Dwayne Vermeulen has managed to face the mighty Wallabies. Or are they mighty? We'll have to wait and see. We have got there Cooper as his PEDs. He's good to go as well. And also we have got, thank you for your passionate commentary on the game. We love it so much. Cheers, Bullet, as well. Says, hey, Ludo, thank you very much, mate. And who's this flash guy in the suit? It is myself at this stage. And the reason we've got the suit is because this is a big match. And I absolutely just love the big match feel of these Rugby Championship games. There is going to be the welcome to country, I believe, is about to take place, and then we are going to be into the national anthems, and then we are ready to go. Or actually, welcome to country I don't think is actually happening. We are straight into the national anthems, ladies and gentlemen. We have got 1,000 people watching before the kickoff. That is a record and a half for ourselves in that regard. Maybe we'll be able to hit our peak viewers as well, but I am very excited. I actually know we do have a little bit of a welcome to country. It seems an Aussie walking out, says McKinnon as well. I'll be able to see the game. Unfortunately, due to licensing, I will be unable to show any match footage, but I will be providing the commentary throughout the whole game. We have got Gareth in the chat as well. Go Bok from Troy, and Springboks says Mercy as well. 4-pack weighing close to 1 ton. Scary to scrum against the car as well, says Sebastian. And that's not the only thing that is intimidating about the Springboks 4-pack. The fact that they have somehow been able to get 3 loose forwards to come off the bench later on in this match as well. Australia are going to be in the hard yards, that is for sure, in the later stages of this game. But now, while they have got their national anthems going, I am going to show you guys the starting lineup one more time. Stephen Kitsoff, Bongi Umbanambi, and Franz Mahalra will be making up the front row. They've actually made a few changes in that front row since the last match up against Argentina. Eben Etzebeth at 4, dangerous man. He was the one who I said was going to be enforcing his will upon the Wallabies. Lou Diaga going to be starting at 5. Sia Khaleesi, Franco Mostert at 7, and then Dwayne Vermeulen going to be starting this game at 8. What a beast he is. And like I mentioned before, 680 days since that man has faced the Wallabies. Can he have a good performance? That is a big question. Faf de Klerk back from injury as well. Hondre Pollard at 10, the dynamic duo of de Klerk and Pollard. Going to be exciting to see. Damien Dialendo, Lukanyuan. When you speak about dynamic duos, can't go much further than those two men because they are absolutely insane when they are working together. And Lukanyuan maybe scoring himself a try in this match. I just have that little bit of a feeling. Sebu Nkosi, and also it will be Makazole Mapimpi out on the two wings. Willie LaRue at number 15 in this one for the mighty Springboks. Then we look at the Wallabies. They have gone with Angus Bell. First change for the Wallabies there. Falal Fainga'a and Alan Alalatoa. Then Isaac Rodder starting at 4 rather than Darcy Swain, giving him an opportunity, the more experienced man. So he is going to have a very decent chance indeed in this match. Matt Phillip starting at 5. Lockie Swinton and then Michael Hooper, Rob Valentini make up the loose forward trio. And this is going to be a very exciting loose forward trio to watch because they will have to make sure that they don't get dominated by the box. It is simple as that. They can't afford to take that backward step or else the Springboks will take a mile and they will take points. And then we have got Tate McDermott at number 9, the sniper, as I've called him. He is dangerous. Quake Cooper at 10, something we haven't seen in a very long time. The last time this man wore the Wallabies kit, it was 1,500 and something days ago. Samu Karevi at 12, very dangerous. Giddo Law allows him to play this game. Lena Katau at 13. Then we have got Andrew Callaway, Marika Korombedi out on the wings, Tom Banks at 15, who I think they will target with a high ball in this one, Tom Banks, so we will have to wait and see how he goes. Looking at the benches very quickly, then I will look back at your chat. We have just got the national anthem of South Africa taking place at the moment. Kaitu, James Slipper, Tani Alatupo, Rob Leota of the Rebels, Pete Samu, Nick White, who will be dangerous later in the game, Reece Hodge and Jordan Pataya is the other man for the Wallabies. Then looking at South Africa, Malcolm Marks, Oxnashare, Vincent Koch, Marco van Staden, Quaka Smith, Jasper Vesa, like I mentioned, a lot of depth in that 4-pack for the Springboks because of the fact they've gone with the 6-2 split, and Malcolm Marks, rolling maul, that man loves one. The Herschel Yankees, I said that name terrible, I think, but Herschel Yankees going to be starting at number 22, and then Damian Willemse at 23. That is the starting lineup and reserves from the All Blacks and South Africa. That's not the team. The Wallabies in South Africa, bro, you are on point as well, says Chip in for 7. But at this stage now, we are getting extremely close to the kickoff taking place between the All Blacks. I keep on saying the All Blacks. I'm too excited. Keep on saying the All Blacks, but it is the Springboks and the Wallabies, and we are getting extremely close. The national anthem of South Africa is almost finished. Set it perfect as well, says RJJ Cooper, the guy in solid form. He's going to be the key in the outside or in Australia side today as well from it was Dylan. And also we have got there, don't know if I get in trouble, posting link as well, says McKenna. I believe YouTube, I'm not sure whether or not they take it down or not, but it may be risky because of the fact that if you put like a link, then sometimes people think that I'm the one who gets them that virus kind of thing. Fuff is like those ladies you hit on from the street and their voice deep AF as well from Lex Axel. At this stage, South Africa, you can see the passion in that national anthem. We're up to 258 likes on this one already. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we are ready to go for this match here. I'm excited. The Springboks, the first time on Australian soil in a long time, the first time they are going to be in that situation of being able to possibly get themselves a win in Australia. From the last 5 matches, they've gone the way of the Australia. And we have also got there, bro, your hair is all over the shop. It is indeed. Headsets and my head do not combine well. I'm going to try and adjust it just a little bit, but it will probably make it worse, unfortunately. But nonetheless, now it is going to be the referee in charge, Luke Pearce of England, Damon Murphy, and also Jordan Way will be the assistant referees. I'm getting too excited. We're very close to the kickoff. Let's go as well, says Chip. And also we have got there, explain Lowell as well from the Wicked Night, and also Didgeridoo Time, says Sweet As. But nonetheless, the Rugby Championship, we are here for the second match of round 3. And at this stage now, Quake Cooper kicking off for the Wallabies the first time in a very long time. That man is at the ball. And it's taken by Faf de Klerk now. Damien Delende met by Lockie Swinton now. The physicality side is going to be very present for both these sides early on, but also Faf de Klerk possibly looking for that dynamic kicking game. That number 9 as he tried to kick it and has gone high. It's going to be chased by Sebu Nkosi. Jumping high, almost taken out in the air, but he had eyes for the ball. Luke Diaga now taking that one nicely. 40 metres out now. Faf de Klerk fires it back. Hondre Pollard now. LaRue looking for the space in behind with the left boot, and he's found a bit of it, but it's going to be taken there by Quake Cooper. The crowd erupts, and now he is going to be close to the touchline, lined up by Franco Mostert. That he has gone to crowd. Tell you what, the crowd absolutely love him at the moment, Quake. That is for sure. Alan Alatoa gets it back to Samu Karevi. Good step there. And the one thing that we know about the Springboks is they do not leak many tries at all. That is for sure. So the Springboks, They will not want the Wallabies to score any in this match, and the Wallabies need to make sure if they find a gap, they can make the most of it. But now Michael Hooper's actually got the headgear on again. He actually had it last week because of the blood bin that he didn't end up having due to Brodie Retallick's big old sprig off his boot. But now Tate McDermott going to be the one kicking up the box kick. Chased by Callaway. Willie le Roux takes it nicely on the halfway line. Beautifully taken by the number 15 for the Springboks. Now Faf de Klerk once again going to have this ball available. Looking like he will be passing it back to Stephen Kitsoff, getting his first carry of this game. It started at a pretty frantic pace. We've had 2 kicks already, but both sides are still going for it. Andre Pollard, third kick of the match now. It's gone on. Marika Coronbetti trying to line it up. As Sibu Nkosi also jumping for it. Taken by Nkosi there in the air. And he has been able to win that battle. Just for now, it's going to be Faf de Klerk, goes back into the hands of Pollard. Willie le Roux kicking this one downfield, looking for the touchline once again, playing the territory game. And it does go into touch from Willie le Roux. Do you know Cooper is from New Zealand? I know that he was born here, if I'm not wrong. So that is why he isn't actually able to get his Australian citizenship. And actually a good commentator as well. Says, Dylan, thank you very much, mate. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as we are pushing towards maybe a new world record, or not a new world record, but a new record on the channel. I'd rather you show the screen. You'll get more views as well, says Aidan, although it would get taken off YouTube straight away, and then we would get banned for 3 months. So it kind of equals a lot more. That one's going to be a bit of a loose line out, and now it's going to be the Wallabies who have got this line up for Faf de Klerk, just trying to get the hand of it there. Right. Falau Fainga'a now will give another throw, but they're going to be just a little bit further up the field, about 35 out from their own line here. Once again, the Wallabies. Falau Fainga'a puts it in, and it's almost stolen by Moster, but it's taken nicely by Hooper. Now going for the rolling maul here, the Wallabies trying to march forward, which is pretty tough to do up against the box, but it's starting to work pretty well for them. Slowly going forward, he's trying to pass the ball back, and McDermott has got that one in hand. Looks like he is going to be kicking this one as well. Tate McDermott almost charged down there by the Springboks, firing it high, going to be taken by Mapimpi. Now, what can he do? He's done a bit of a step. He's gone round Callaway. Oh, he's gone round Lockie Swinton as well. Great step there from Makazole Mapimpi. Now, Faf de Klerk kicking it in behind once again, looking for the territory game. And it is a very good kick indeed. Tom Banks only going to be 10 metres out from his line. Got plenty of time to send this one back downfield. Long kick hasn't found touch. 40 metres out now from the Springboks line. De Klerk gives it across to Pollard, sending it high. Willie le Roux chasing this one as well, trying to line it up. Looks like Samu Karevi. Has he got it? No, it's gone backwards, and it's Mostert who has been able to claim it straight on the ball, though. Michael Hooper not quite able to get that one. Now it's going to be De Klerk. Back to Pollard once again. Long cut out pass to Lucanio Arm, trying to run over the top of Tate McDermott. He has been dragged down once again. Oh, Faf de Klerk's. Oh, no. That's not good. I think Faf de Klerk, he just took a big head knock. He might have to go off for an HIA. He was getting to that breakdown, and then someone from the Wallabies decided to contest, and it ended up knocking him backwards off his feet, but he is still out there for now. Faf de Klerk, he is not happy at the moment. The ball is available, and he has to use another kick in behind from Faf de Klerk, looking for the touchline, and he has been able to do so. 15 metres out now, and Faf de Klerk holding the back of his head. He did take a very big hit there in the breakdown. They're going to show it one more time. He got there, and he ate the arse cheek of Franco Mostert, I believe it was, unfortunately for him. No, Damien de Alendes. In that regard, we have got the 1,000 watching. Nice image as well, says Victor. Thank you very much, mate. It is absolutely crazy, the amount of support that we have had there. Now, at this stage, it's going to be claimed by the Wallabies. 10 metres out. Not a great pass from Tate McDermott. Setting up, though, for Samu Karevi. Still only going to be 10 metres out. Lucanio Arm straight on the ball penalty. And more than likely, straight out in front, could be a good opportunity to take the early 3 points here for the Springboks. They should replace Justin Marshall and put you in the commentary box. As I says, Bacon Eggs. I do appreciate that a lot, mate. But then, the thing is, with doing the commentary, if you're just doing commentary, you don't have the chat, and I absolutely love the chat aspect of these live streams as well. It is absolutely awesome. Nkosi should also be subbed early. He is a B-team player as well, says Michael Roberts. He has got plenty of pace, though, so he'll be able to use that early to his advantage, and then maybe they look to bring on Damien de Allende possibly a little bit earlier on. It's useless to listen to the game. Wasting time as well, says Spencer, although you don't have to stay on the live stream, mate, if that is the case, because of the fact that it isn't like we're not holding you hostage here. You can actually go on to other ones. It is no worries. But now Andre Pollard going to be taking on the kick here. Do you guys have much this box? AB's, the energy of our rivals doesn't look good, but effective, believe me, as well, says Dylan. And also Lekker Stream says, Ron, thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate that a lot. And how's the game? Says Zaid, at this stage, we are only 5 minutes in, and the Springboks have been able to now take the lead. They are going to be leading this match 3 points to the Springboks, and it will be 0 to the Wallabies. So they have been able to get an early penalty and get themselves on the board. Damien de Allende looks off as well, says it is going to be from Wickenai. We'll have to wait and see, although he's normally very strong in that number 12 jersey. He's marking up with Samu Karevi, though. So it's going to be in a pretty interesting battle there. And we have what's got there in the chat currently waiting for a VPN to start working. Watching here now as well, says J. Lee, sorry, is the name there for Mullen. Taking that one nicely off kickoff, and it is going to be now in the hands of Faf de Klerk once again. Looks like he is going to be kicking this one for the touchline. One more time for this one. Or Matt Phillip getting close to being able to charge it down. Looks like Samu Karevi there. It's going into touch, and it will be now the line out for the Wallabies. We've seen a lot of kicks so far from both sides in this one, playing a very strong territory game. Faf de Klerk for the Springboks, and also it is going to be now the line out for Feliti. Oh, sorry, it's not Feliti. It is actually Falau Fainga'a, taken by Swinton at the front. Gives it across now into the hands of Quake Cooper. Samu Karevi driving. Good low tackle in by Damien Dialende. Straight on the ball, almost with Vermeulen. And they need to make sure that they are cleaning out nicely through the hands of Marika Cotomberi into the hands of Angus Bell, though. So it was an interesting pass, and it actually kind of worked for the Springboks in that regard, and they are going to have the advantage. No, de Klerk was just able to get out of there. Now it's going to be Matt Phillip. They're going to need plenty of phases in a row here. McDermott goes back, does a little bit of a step round the side. Kitsoff trying to get straight in there, but the player not releasing, and it's a penalty to the Wallabies there, not rolling away. In the end, it was Luke de Jager, and also it was Dwayne Vermeulen who weren't quite able to get out of there. Good afternoon from Theo in Qatar. Welcome in to the Livestream I, Ori Boring Box, kick you on full rugby again. No imitation as well, or imagination, sorry. There's it for fitness sake. And also we have got their box already scored more points than 82 minutes of the Pumas as well, says Interest. That is true. And at this stage, it's going to be interesting to see how many points we get to see and how many tries we get to see in this match. I will quickly show the table while we are waiting for Quake Cooper to take his first kick of this match. We will see that the table before this round started, the New Zealand side was sitting on 10. They are now sitting on 15. Up the top, they got another bonus point up against Argentina. So now we're in that situation. The Springboks, they will be wanting a bonus point just to kind of cut down that deficit a little bit more. But the big thing as well is the fact that it doesn't really matter about bonus points because it all comes down to the All Blacks versus Springbok games. All they need is a win in this match. But the Wallabies trying to equalize here and make it 3-3. My voice is trying to disappear already. We have got Faf, the real little Springbok fierce and fast as well, says McGammett. And also we have got the other one spot on, says Daniel. And hello from South Africa as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Now at the stage, Quake Cooper lining up a kick for the Wallabies. He's got it. It's gone through the middle, and now the crowd are very happy with that one as well. And the Wallabies back in this match. 3-3 between these two sides after 8 minutes. Looking like it is going to be a very close contest indeed, perhaps. In the later stages, they won't listen until someone gets serious hurting or serious jumping for an up and under as well, says Cameron. And also we have got there in the jet. He's hopping the big boy, says McKenna, and they force that penalties as well, says Dylan in this one. But now it is going to be kicked off. Marika Cotomberi taking it nicely, and Kossi wasn't quite able to drag him down. So now on the 22, Marika Cotomberi getting driven towards the touchline by Stephen Kitsoff, but they have still just got this ball in, or Bongi Umbanambi, sorry, trying to go through the middle of that one. Now it's going to be Swinton. He's got that ball in there. Matt Phillip going to be protecting this one. Same with Bell, and it's going to be McDermott once again putting up the box kick, looking for the touchline, I believe. If I'm not wrong, it's a Biff almost able to get a hand on that one. I believe he did, unless it just went straight up. It's going to be Hooper trying to line it up. It's bounced back onto the side of the Springboks, and de Jager has got this one, and Hooper trying to get in there, not quite able to. Now it's going to be de Klerk. Goes back to Willie LaRue. Cross kick, put it high. It's a bomb. Who is going to be taking it? It's going to be not Tom Banks. He's knocked it on. And Okalisi close to the touchline, gives it back to Damien Dialende, but he puts it down. And now it is going to be the knock-on call against the Wallabies. And at this stage now, it is going to be a scrum fee for the Springboks. We have got there. Don't you have a job to go to tomorrow? I do not, unfortunately. I am at the moment unemployed. This is all I do at the moment on YouTube. So if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to sign up for that channel membership. If you do want access to exclusive emojis, it does help support the channel and does help us keep on doing what we love doing, which is providing these commentaries for you guys in the chat. We have what's got there. Let's go Wallabies. 80-minute performance is required as well. And we have what's got there. And the chat, some Afrikaans, please, Hamish, as well. The only sentence I know is Yao Lekker Ding and also Donkey. So I guess donkey for everyone who is tuning in at the moment. I do appreciate every single one of you. Let's just be honest and reflecting. What the critics think and say as well in the chat. But at this stage now, the scrum, you see there the weights of the Springboks. They are a solid 4-pack, that is for sure. They have some big boys on the bench as well. But Faf de Klerk now going to be feeding this ball in for the Springboks front row going down, and it's a penalty to the box. So at this stage, do they decide to go for the three-pointer? That's a big question. I also see that they have got the Indigenous numbers on the back of the Wallabies. That is something that they changed very recently for the Wallabies. Nice try, though, as well, says Mighty. And also we have got the, you have to tell us how you can survive and pay bills by doing YouTube, says George Polo. It's more because of the fact that I worked very hard when I was back in high school. So I did have the chance of having that kind of gap year kind of thing. And then, of course, COVID hit. So I pretty much, from doing a lot of work back when I was in school. I have been able to make it so that I can slightly get by while doing these live streams. Oh, yeah, got great commentary as well, says Bruce. And also we have got Then Stop watching as well, says Gravel for people in the chat. Great commentary from Bruce. And also we have got there, that was great Afrikaans as well, says it was a live start. And also hi, watching from home, says Buffalo. And Hamish needs bells and a bucket of biltong as well, says Mogammed. And also a great game, or good game so far. Hope we see some tries soon. And now Honore Pollard going to be lining up this kick once again here for the Springboks. Successful 25 of the 32 that he has attempted, so 78%. Can he get another one here? Pollard, he strikes it nicely, and it has gone over. So the Wallabies are now going to be 3 points behind this game, going back and forth in threes at the moment. We're just playing a game of checkmate at the moment, but the Springboks have just been able to take just that little bit more of a lead. Record broken down, 1,200 viewers. Yeah, it is absolutely awesome. That is for sure. And we have also got there, do not try to speak fast. Rugby is not fast as soccer as well, says Michael. Unfortunately, it is ending up in that situation. It's always when I try and do the commentary and the chat at the same time, because I try and read every single message from you guys, which is pretty tough. Dwayne Vermeulen going to be hitting the ball up now just inside of the 22, and De Klerk once again going to be rolling it back, and this is going to be a kicking opportunity for Faf de Klerk. Once again going to be kicking towards the halfway line. Tom Banks trying to line up, taking it nicely now. Bit of a step as well. Offload on the outside to Samu Karevi, trying to break the line of the Springboks. Very tough to do, but can he do it? That's a question. Quake Cooper, little chip in behind, and it's opening up. No, it's going to be sitting up for Andre Pollard now. Willie LaRue, little pass back to Andre Pollard here. There's a huge amount of pressure on him, and it's going to be Lena Cattell turning this ball over, and they've got the advantage. It's a penalty to the Wallabies, and now they might take the 3 point, and then we're going back and forth, and it will be 6-6 if they can get it. This is a legendary channel as well, says GG. Thank you very much, man. And also, how do you watch it? I am watching it on Sky Sport now. So it is one of those ones. That is the New Zealand option. In South Africa, you've got DSTV, and also in Australia, you've got 9 now, I believe, or 7 now. If I'm not wrong, I hope your channel grows to generate enough finances to sustain you for life, as this is an awesome job, says Jawaguru. Yeah, it is absolutely awesome. And I absolutely love doing these because of the fact I get to talk to you guys, but also we get to watch some very good games of rugby. Quake Cooper going to be taking on the 3 points once again here for the Wallabies, and can he get it? That is a big question, but I'm wondering whether or not we are going to get to see a try in this first half. We're still very early indeed, but there's just that little bit of a feeling in the back of my mind that this game's going to be extremely close up until that 20 minutes at the end of the game, but we will have to wait and see. Nothing but love and respect for Hamish. Huge ass job. The chat in the game same time. Name someone doing that as well, says Nicola Tesla in the chat. And also we have got kick each other to death, says McKenna. And also we have got there, Buck's going to try and beat up the Wallabies, and we have got there maybe as well, says Troy. And also come on, says Fernandez. But at this stage now, it is going to be Quake Cooper, 71 tests, 8 tries, 157 points, has been able to convert his first attempt in this one. You mean you get to watch the game as well, says Rayno. I guess that is a good point, although some of you guys do have access to the channel as well that they are on. But that's kind of one thing that I love as well, is the fact that normally if you try and find a live kind of commentary or like a live like actual game footage, you end up with a virus on your computer. So this one, I guess, is a way of not getting a virus, but then also kind of being able to follow the game, if that makes sense, up until they upload the highlights after it. But Quake Cooper kicking that one over, 6-6 now between these two sides. We have what's got in South Africa, DSTV is stupidly pricey and full of repeats and crap like the Kardashians as well, says Bruno. And bonus points to Count Kiwi Lad. It's not often the All Blacks will lose twice in successive weekends. That is a good point. I feel like that series at this stage, everyone is saying it's going to be one to the All Blacks, one to the Springboks perhaps. So that will be very close. So they need to make sure they can score 3 tries in this game here. The Springboks is going to be McDermott, gives it back to Swinton. Not really too many line breaks for the Wallabies so far in this match, but they have got the ball just inside of their 22. McDermott once again going to be rolling this one back, and he will be kicking this one for the touchline. 15 minutes in at the moment for this match. Marika Korombeti chasing this one hard. Going to be taken beautifully, though, by Willie LaRue. Lined up by Michael Hooper and Falatini. Almost able to get that one over, but not quite. Now it's going to be De Klerk. Goes back to Diaga. Tackled once again by Isaac Rodder and Swinton. They're trying their best to stop them. It's going to be Andre Pollard once again going for the kick. It's gone high into the 22. It's going to be Tom Banks lining up. Takes it nicely and now going down the outside, but he is going to be tackled by Sia Khaleesi above the horizontal. That's a penalty. Now the big question is it just going to be a penalty in Callaway? And Khaleesi having a bit of a push and a shove. And of course, it's a Biff. He is one of those guys. Anytime there is a push and a shove, he'll be right in there to support his boys. So in this situation, I believe it's not going to be a penalty. Or it is going to be a penalty, but I don't think it's going to be a yellow card to see a Khaleesi here. But he did go almost above the horizontal there with the legs. He did, and he's done very well, Tom Banks, to not land on his head. So this is going to be an interesting call. This could be a yellow card for Sia Khaleesi, depending on how they call it. But Sia Khaleesi, he picks him up. He is pretty much, he's about this angle. So they are going to go upstairs. Is it going to be a yellow or is it going to be a red? That is a big question. Imagine the scenes if the Springboks lose their captain only a few minutes into this one. They're checking sanction level. This could be either a red or a yellow in this one, but they are checking Tom Banks. He did end up going straight up. He got very lucky with the fact that he was able to bring himself back down enough. So in this situation, it's going to be interesting because his legs, he did go up. No tries in this game, all penalty kicks as well. I hope yellow, but could be a red as well. It's going to be interesting. 15 minutes into this game and a huge decision to make for the TMO in this one now. What are they going to decide? Okay, he's ready for a discussion, says the referee. Doing a good job with your commentary as playing loud through my Bluetooth speaker from South Africa, says Nicholas as well. So thank you very much for tuning in, mate. They're looking at it. And Tom Banks at the highest vertical stage, he was sitting about here. So it's either going to be a yellow or a red card for Sia Khaleesi here, unfortunately for him. Vermeulen as well, says MJ Young, and 1.2k viewers. Yeah, it's absolutely insane, the amount of support that we've got on this one. Okay. It's a yellow card for Sia Khaleesi. It's not going to be a red, which is probably pretty lucky for the captain of the Springboks. He would have absolutely hated to be off the field for the rest of this game. So Khaleesi, for the next 10 minutes, there is going to be an advantage for the Wallabies. And they are going to be in that situation of having 14 up against 15. We have Scott Love in the suit, being too early church service. As well says Terry Evans, although we are sitting at 10:26 p.m. here in New Zealand. But, I mean, it's one of those ones, if I did have to go to like a makeshift wedding that was happening in a very short moment, I'd be ready for it. You're kidding, as well, says Fernandez. They have decided that it is going to be a yellow card to Sia Khaleesi for the next 10 minutes. He is going to be off the field, and it will be the Wallabies who have got that little bit of an advantage. 1,400 people watching. It's absolutely insane, the amount of support that we have got here, and we have got there in the chat. Rassi is watching you, says Nigel Owens. But nonetheless, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 3,700 subscribers at the moment. We've got 340 like Samu Karevi now, breaking off the back of the line out. McDermott gives it off to Matt Phillip. Going to be taking the contact, and that's one thing that we know now is because of the fact that there's going to be one man advantage to the Wallabies, there will be one gap in that Springboks defence, or so there should be, but it's very tough to know with the Springboks, that is for sure. Dwayne Vermeulen thought he had that penalty one for not releasing. It's going to be now Matt Phillip driving for the Wallabies. Once again, we have got a donation as well from Lunchy Boy, I said, to help buy you some razors for that fierce fluff on your chin. Thank you very much, mate. Samu Karevi out to Andrew Callaway, and then down the wing, Callaway scores it for the Wallabies. And that is the opening try of the match, and it is Andrew Callaway who was able to score it. All of a sudden, the Wallabies have been able to take the lead in this one, 11 minutes away from his second yellow card, calling it now as well, says Ray. But at this stage, that is going to be the first try of the match for the Wallabies. We will quickly add that to the score sheet. It should be an easy enough kick here, but it was just a backline movement. Samu Karevi, the dangerous Samu Karevi in the midfield, and then from there, Callaway steps on the inside through the tackle of Makazole Mapimpi, and it is the try for Andrew Callaway, and Nick Wright right there to celebrate with him. Andrew Callaway was able to score a ton of tries in the matches up against the New Zealand side. He was able to get he got 3 from only 2 matches for that one, Andrew Callaway, and he has got himself another one here as well. We will be adding him to the try scorers list. The first try of the match as well, Andrew Callaway scoring it in the 16th minute. So the man advantage has worked out for the Wallabies early on in this one. And tell you what, the chat is going very quick at the moment. We have got and girls as well, says Wicked Night. Yeah, boys and girls from Wicked Night. And also we have got there, so who do you want to win? No bias as well, says Troy. At this stage, I am in that situation of I don't really pick favourites. I always try and stay completely neutral. If the Springboks score a try now, I will absolutely go nuts as well. And that is why I absolutely love these live streams, because of the fact that, like, you guys, some of you guys go for the Wallabies, some of you guys go for the Springboks, and some of you guys are kind of sitting in the middle. And it's kind of, I try and make sure that the commentary can kind of end up in that situation of suiting everyone. We have got a donation from Steve Smith as well. We will put it up on the screen. There it is for the record views as well. 140. Thank you very much, Steve. Do appreciate that a lot, mate. And I do appreciate the continued support that you guys have been showing on these live streams. We have got there Steve Chant lads as well, says Nicola in the chat. Big Steve as well, says Mark. And unless at this stage now, 13 points to the Wallabies and 6 to South Africa. Still 7 minutes left of that yellow card as well. They have to make sure that they don't concede another try. But the Wallabies doing well. And now it's going to be on Corsi, who was able to get that ball for the Springboks for a second. But now back in the hands of Swinton with the loose ball, and Bonami trying to get in that breakdown, not quite able to intercept that one. But now McDermott going to be rolling this back, and they are going to be going for another kick and behind by the looks of it. McDermott, 18 minutes into this game, at the moment, and they are doing very nicely so far. Both sides playing some very good rugby, it seems. Dwayne Vermeulen jumping up, trying to take it. It's a knock-on, though, from Lockie Swinton, and now they are going to go back for the knock-on first, and then it was another knock-on from the Springboks, so it's going to be the scrum feed for the Wallabies. But at this stage, they have got a 7-point lead in this game. It is sitting 13 points to the Wallabies, 6 to the Springboks as well. Anyone know where I can watch the actual game, says Westy, I believe. If you have got anything like a DSTV, a Stan Sport, 9 or 7 now, I think, in Australia is showing it as well for free. And then you've also got Sky if you are in New Zealand. Quake Cooper is sexy as well, says Luke. At this stage, he is doing a little bit of a shoulder shrug there, Quade. Was able to get 2 from 2 so far. Did you stream New Zealand versus Argentina? I did indeed. And we are going to be streaming every single game of the Rugby Championship. So if you guys are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. And also, if you want access to exclusive emojis in the chat, it is that pinned comment. It takes you to the channel membership page, which is $5 New Zealand dollars a month. Help support the channel, and you do get access to those emojis as well. But then there's also a link while we have got a little bit of stoppage. Even Etsabev getting taped up. He's just putting the fingers back together by the looks of it at this stage. Etsabev, that is a lot of tape on that hand. But at this stage, they are zooming in on the bicep. That cameraman is very happy about that one by the looks of it. But at this stage, even Etsabev, absolute unit of an individual as well. And South Africa are going to lose as well. There's EPK. And if they do lose, I end up having to shave this part and just leaving the mustache. So it's going to be interesting. Maybe that could be the case, but still very early on. And I think South Africa are going to have the better of the Wallabies in the last 20 minutes. So it's how many points the Wallabies can try and get themselves before that stage. But we are still early on as well. We have got, it's hard to find a free live stream stuck in the UK. It's also CH. Yeah, I know that. Like, the only way to really watch a free one is to have a whole heap of pop-ups coming up at the same time. Channel 9 in Australia, says David as well. If you have got a VPN to be able to check out that one in Aussie. But then also the highlights will be out on YouTube. It will be Super Rugby All Blacks, and also on the other page, which is Stan Sport, will be showing the highlights after this game as well. Khaleesi as well in the chat from Greville, and also come on Wallaby, says Ed Vogel. And also we have got, this is interesting, says Ollie is a simp as well. Yeah, it's going to be a good game, that is for sure, because of the fact that the Wallabies have taken the lead. Oh, that looks bad for Falafaiana now. This could be a big moment in the game. If he can't continue, it would be Felici Kaitu, who is still a very young player in terms of his Wallaby caps. Hasn't had too many of them. And we have got the come on Wallabies from It Was Cameron. And also come on Wallabies from Ed Vogel as well. But at this stage now, the front row's going down. It was, I believe, the neck of It Was Kaitu. No, sorry, it was the neck of It Was Falafaiana. Just ended up getting bent just a little bit the wrong way. And now because of it, he's down on his face. He almost looks like he was knocked out for a bit. Don't know whether or not they should be moving him. But he is up. Fair play to him. He has got back up to his feet, and he is going again. Captain Khaleesi, we love you as well, says Nelike. And at this stage, he is off the field because of his yellow card, but it's only another 5.5 minutes till he is going to be back out there. If Quade listens to Dave, they are very dangerous if he listens as well, says Wicked Knight. And we have already seen Quake Cooper go for a little chip in behind, which was an interesting tactic, but also Samu Karevi in that midfield for the Wallabies, I think, could be a key for them throughout this match. But now it is going to be Faf de Klerk putting the ball in once again for the Springboks. Off the back, the front row has gone down, and it's available there for the box. They have been told to use it. Faf de Klerk now gives it back to Pollard. He's just trying to run straight over the top of McDermott, but he muscles up with them. McDermott. Oh, that's gone through the hands of Mbonami. Now it's going to be Franz Malharba jumping on that one. He's got Falafaiana trying to get that back to the box. They've got it 40 metres out from their line at the moment. And de Klerk rolling it back, and looks like he is going to be kicking this one once again. Almost charged down by Matt Phillip, but once again, it's going to be a high ball. Marika Korombedi, plenty of time. He's taking it nicely, and now he's got a little bit of pace down the wing as well. Stepping on the inside, Marika Korombedi meeting Nkosi with a big hit, and that's going to be the penalty to the Springboks there. They were able to win it for that one. My game went very quiet for a second. I'm not sure whether that was just me or you guys as well, but do let me know. Whoever's got Wales online in England as well, says David, and also Aussie just scored a try. As well, says Wicked Knight, they did indeed, and we haven't got there. Let me guess. Oh, I guess we have to let the Aussies win a game from time to time, or they might stop playing as well, says Daryl. But at this stage, the Wallabies, they have been able to take the lead, I should say. Wallabies robbed, as well, says Luke. But at this stage now, the Springboks are sitting 7 points behind, and this one will be out in front, maybe about 40-something metres back. Does Andre Pollard take it on? I believe he will. Yes, he is. He is going to be trying to get this back to less than a 7-point margin between these two sides. Some mistake as well, says Wicked Knight. Yeah, they had them on the back foot for a little bit there, South Africa. Or, sorry, the Wallabies had South Africa on the back foot for a little bit there, but unfortunately for them, just ended up giving away that penalty, which now means that Andre Pollard, 2 from 2 so far tonight, 100% accuracy, 22 minutes into this game, gets another chance. And we have got, since New Zealand swept Australia, who do you think will win South Africa versus New Zealand, says Troy as well. Those games are going to be awesome. I know that the common consensus is the fact that it's going to be 1-1, one game per team, but we will have to wait and see Pollard striking it. So way to the right a little bit. And it is just out to the right-hand side. Andre Pollard not able to convert. So now 3 minutes left of Khaleesi's yellow card. And it is 13 points to the Wallabies and 6 to the Springboks. Andre Pollard not too happy with the strike of that one. Just kick penalties as well, says Uso. And also we have got, I was thinking about that yesterday, but it's the last 20 minutes where the box open up as well. That is true. They've got 3 loose forwards on their bench. So they are going to be well and truly able to put it all out on the line for the last 20, which is why the Wallabies need such a good first half and the second half as well for the start of it if they do want any chance of winning this one. Quake Cooper, 22 dropout now, has kicked it off long. Going to be finding the hands of Andre Pollard, 40 metres out from his line, kicking it now once again. Going to be chased by big Dwayne Vermeulen, trying to jump in the sky. He's taking it beautifully. It was a contest in the air, but it's a little knock on, I believe, out the side. Samu Karevi down the wing. Oh, he wasn't quite able to keep it in. Maybe a little bit forward there. And now it was 2 knock-ons. So it was a knock-on by South Africa first, then the Wallabies. So now it's going to be a scrum feed for the Wallabies. Once again, we have what's got there. You need not shave the fluff. Looks quite okay as well, says Caleb. But that's the thing. I did say at the start of this live stream, if the Springboks end up losing this game, I am getting rid of this part and we will just have the mustache for the future ones. Have a good night, boss. Thank you for your entertaining commentating. As well, says Fernandez. Thank you very much, mate. And hopefully you do have a good night as well. What's the UK live stream? I believe your only option probably is Sky in the UK, if I'm not wrong, or somewhere around there. Wallabies want it more tonight. They do not want 4 losses in a row. They're going to win this. As well, says SBK, and also 2 rubbish teams, says Graded. Also has Colby on because he can be deadly in any space. He's actually injured, unfortunately, Chislin Colby, which does mean he is not going to be out there for this match, and maybe we'll be missing a couple more of these other matches as well. So we will have to wait and see whether or not he will be back. But we have got there. What's the score? Says Gangster. At this stage, it's 13 points to the Wallabies and 6 to the Springboks after 24 minutes. McDermott and Fuf de Klerk just muscling up with each other there. The 2 number 9s. It's going to be Korobetti now playing up back. Gives it to Angus Bell on the halfway line, and now for the Wallabies, 1 minute 20 left of that yellow card of Sia Khaleesi. Still available for them. They're going to be hitting it up once again. And I think they will be going for a kick very soon here. Dwayne Vermeulen trying to get it in, the player leaving his feet there. Matt Phillip is penalised. That's a big mistake from the Wallabies once again. And they're on the halfway line. And Andre Pollard might consider going for the corner as well. We have got there. I'm done on screen. So no worries, mate. And also we have got there in the chat, yes, from Adam Cooper. And also we have got Eze from It Is going to be Marius. And also the last few games, box wings have had, may have well have stayed the most dynamic wings. But the only thing we can use them for is tackling and chasing the high ball as well. So hopefully we do get to see a bit more of Nkosi and Mapimpi, because Mapimpi, we saw one run from him earlier. That was almost the sentence. We saw one run from him earlier, and as soon as he had a little bit of space, he was stepping, he was doing all sorts, and he was creating opportunities for the Springboks. So that's something you'll have to do in the future stages of this first half. But at this stage, 25 minutes through, Mbonambi throwing in the line out 30 metres out now. Oh, it's going to be a penalty to South Africa for the guys going in underneath when he was coming down there. Went just a little bit too early there, the Wallabies. And now there's the opportunity of maybe the South African side taking on the 3 points. Once again, nice summer beard is the same as here and summer there as well, says Paul. And also we have got, I think Pollard must go for the corner, and they are indeed kicking for the corner here. Andre Pollard has decided that it is going to be worth a crack. Michael Hooper, there they are showing him he needs a big game in this game. Go Australia brothers from NZ, and that's the thing now. 2 seconds left of Sia Khaleesi's yellow card. So he will be back out on the field very soon. There he goes, and now it's 15 versus 15 for this match corner. They have indeed. They've decided that it is now time to go for that rolling ball that they do so well. Mbonambi here is going to have an opportunity to throw this one in. It is going to be straight into the hands of Luta Yaga. They've done it again, the Wallabies. They just went too early, and now they've got the advantage, and the rolling ball is rolling forward here for the box. It's going to be Mbonambi with the ball at the back. Gives it off to Fuf de Klerk. Goes the little grubber of mine, Damien Tialende. Who's got a look on your arm does? I think it's a try. Or is it? Was that a try there for Lukanyo Arm? Has he been able to do so? We will have to wait and see what's got there in the chat. Why is Lukanyo Arm so quiet? Tell you what, he may have just scored himself a try for the Springboks. They're going upstairs to check this one, going for the try as well. Says Nigel in the corner. Was the right choice, says Michael Roberts. Definitely with the fact now that they are back to the 15 men. They're going upstairs. Is this going to be the try for the Springboks push as well? Says hanging around. And also we have got in the chat, are you 2 cents son? No, I am not. But tell you, if I had like 20% of his rugby knowledge, I would be happy enough. So that ball was up. Then it was in the hands of Lukanyo Arm. Does he put this ball down? No, he's lost it in his hands. So because of it, that is not going to be a try to Lukanyo Arm. Big moment there. Could have been the try, but unfortunately for him, did end up putting that one down. Lukanyo Arm not going to be too happy with that one. He is going, not happy there. Probably a full pass as well, says hanging around. And also upstairs for what it was, whether or not Lukanyuan was able to get that ball down when it was in the in-goal line. It bouncing around all over the place. And then Lukanyuan just not quite able to put it down. Tate McDermott did very well to be able to stop that one. And we always got there still advantage as well, says hanging around. That is true. So they will go back for the original advantage for the rolling ball when they did end up coming down and the Wallabies just smacked into them before they were able to ground Lud Diaga. But I will mention we have got a huge amount of people watching at this stage. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. We are going to be covering all of the games of the Rugby Championship. Also, United Rugby Championship, we're going to be following the South African sides. We're going to be doing the Gallagher Premiership Top 14. We're going to do it all on this channel, that is for sure. Now it's going to be Umbanambi taking it. Now they've timed it right there, the Wallabies. That is a bit better, but now it's going to be Umbanambi breaking off the back, and the Wallabies are now in an awkward situation. This is going to be a rolling ball try, surely, for the Springboks. They're getting close. Where's the ball? They've got the advantage as well. This could be a man in the bin, depending on how it goes. They're all looking for it. It's going to be Faf de Klerk. Michael Weber's just sitting on the ball at the moment, and de Klerk just throws him out of the way, and it's a penalty. Double blow of the whistle. See you later, mate. He is going to the bin for 10 minutes, Lockie Swinton. Or is it Matt Phillip? It is Matt Phillip off the field now. So now we're back on the other side of it. It's going to be now the Wallabies down to 14 for the next 10 minutes of this match. Matt Phillip off the field now. We have got love you as well, says Aloe Cook. And also hit that like button, says AJ. If you haven't already, if you haven't, we will be trying to get to 500 likes by halftime. Maybe. Oh, actually, that's quite far. We are currently sitting on 392. Tell you what, I'm optimistic. Can we hit 500 likes by halftime? If you haven't already, be sure to leave that like. Is it going to be a penalty try here? Possibly. It could be. Okay, they're going to see whether or not Matt Phillip has stopped a probable try, because if he has, it is the yellow card, but then it could also be a penalty try, which is an easy 7 points for the Box. We have got like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join as a member if you want access to the Kiwi Lads emojis, badges, and member-only contact. That was from Sebastian, one of our members, and he has got access to quite a few of those ones. Right, we are seeing they're trying to see whether or not this is a penalty try. Michael Hooper just kind of sat on the Wallabies and the Springboks players as if it was just a bench at the park. He was like, you know what, this is a good place to sit, even though it is a breakdown. So now they are checking to see whether or not this is going to be a penalty try to the Springboks. Here, good to see Cooper back playing for Australia as well, says Adam Cooper. And also penalty try decided. So we are just seeing that it is rolling forward. I am probably around 30 seconds behind in terms of compared to the live commentary, but at this stage now, the referee has blown the whistle. Discipline, please. It is not going to be a try. Oh, not a penalty try, but they are going to be 5 meters out. My voice is trying to disappear once again, but we have what's got there. Do it for JJ Engelbrecht as well. And the chat from Dick Tracy. And also we have got there. He's Dr. Rai come on as well. And how do you guys watch the game live? I'm watching it on Sky Go here in New Zealand, which is our #1 option. If you do live in New Zealand, if you're in South Africa, DSTV, I think, is your best option in that regard. But once again, it's going to be a line out 5 meters out. Mostert now is going to be passing it back. And this time, can the Springboks get this rolling ball going? Umbanambi at the back. Can he keep on marching? He is getting close. It's going. The Springboks are rolling. They're finding the momentum. Umbanambi has scored himself the try. And that is going to be the first rolling ball try of the match for the Springboks. And they are going to be right back in this match. And now we're in that situation once again. Whoever had the yellow card ends up with the other side scoring the try. So Matt Phillip possibly stopping a try at this end, but now it is going to be in that situation of Mbonambi scoring the first try of the match for the Springboks. I think it was my prediction, but I said the first try of the match, not just the try for the Springboks. So I got that a little bit wrong, but Mbonambi rolling ball, thanks very much for coming. Just too big, too strong, the forwards of South Africa, sprawling out like they were 10-pin bowling after it because of the fact that there were just bodies flying everywhere. But from there, round the side, Mbonambi scoring the try. DSTV as well, says RJJ. And also we have got Go Box from Fantee. And also we have got ABs are going to destroy South Africa. And also we have got there in the channel, you're going to get, now you're getting your 500 as well. And also tight game. And you got a job, mate. Churv, bro, as well says around here. Thank you very much, mate. And also we have got the Mbonambi is not, if he's not eating, he's scoring tries at the back of the mall as well. Says that one was Michael Roberts, but now Henry Pollard missing the kick there for Henry Pollard. We have got stop hiding on Pollard as well, says Sifili. And also we have got there, is this your record? 1,520 live. It is indeed by around 200 or 300. It is our record on this channel, which is absolutely crazy. We're sitting on 478 likes as well. This one is flying, that is for sure. As the match finished, says TMJC. No, it is not. Or sorry, TMGC. It is still only 29 minutes into this game at the moment. Our box may be too strong as well, says Oldie. And also we have got in there earlier on from Sammy Sosa, I did see, oh no, it wasn't, it was Tonga, sorry, and it is, they must stop kicking the ball, that's giving the ball away, as well. And Hamish, you're racing to 6K. We are indeed. Maybe, who knows? Is there any chance we will be able to hit it on this live stream? If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is hugely appreciated, all the support you guys have been showing on this channel recently, and we have no intentions of slowing down anytime soon. Taken nicely by Tom Banks on the halfway line, but now straight on him with Sia Khaleesi. And at this stage now, the ball is available for Tate McDermott. Fires it back the advantage in the favour of the Wallabies. Quake Cooper, little chip of mine taken by Damien Delende. And now it will be going back for that penalty. Last record, 668 likes as well. Violate that like button, be full. As well, says Steve Smith. And also we have got in the chat, make sure you rugby madmen smash the like and subscribe. Says that Johnny Blaze, 500 likes as well already. We're going to smash our record. We might even, I don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx it, but we could head towards maybe close to that 1,000. But we will go, first of all, we're on 510. We're going to be able to hit maybe 600 by half time. We're only 30 minutes in. This is absolutely incredible from you guys. Thank you all very much for your support. And yeah, if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Why is Pollard kicking so badly as well, says Rowan. It's an interesting one. I feel like he is one of those players. I jinxed him at the start because I said he was a very good kicker. And I always jinx players. The commentator's curse is in that situation. And we have also got there, Mbonambi is not the most handsome guy, but a good player as well. Says it was a live starts in the chat as well. You have 2,000 like today by full time as well. So if you imagine that would be about 4 times more than any amount of likes we've ever had on the channel. Hey Rusty as well, says Survival. And the chat, but now it is going to be once again the rolling more opportunity for the Wallabies from that penalty. They decided to go for the corner, 10 metres out now, and it will be Folau Fainga'a who will be putting this ball into the front. Going to Swinton now, passing it back to Hoop, a little bit of a set play. Going to be Marika Betty driving at the line, 10 metres out now for the Wallabies. 5 metres, getting closer and closer. Good defence from Mbonambi and Mostert. Goes back across, Lockie Swinton swipping, and that would be possibly enough. No, Kitsoff not able to get that ball. McDermott goes back now into the hands of Angus Bell, the big unit, 6'4", weighs a ton as well, and he is a very dangerous player now. It's going to be Samu Karevi breaking off. Has he been able to offload it back? A little bit of a mistake there, but it hasn't gone forward. It's a knock-on against South Africa. And they have still got this one. They've got a new advantage now, I believe, for the Wallabies. It's going to be Quake Cooper. Fires it back. Callaway lined up. No, he's dodged them beautifully there. Andrew Callaway, good defence once again from Stephen Kitsoff. Now going short side. Quake Cooper looking for a little bit of a step. Passes back. Lockie Swinton now going to be driving for Lutiaga. Makes the tackle on him as well. They are defending well at the moment, the Springboks. We know that they've got a brick wall as their defensive line. Are they going to be able to continue to go forward? That's going back for the penalty to the Wallabies now. So we're in that situation. It's going to be interesting. 10 metres out offside is the case there. We have got defence from Chiaka in the chat, sorry, I should say. And we have also got a donation. Thank you very much, Barry Brook. Great coverage. Well done as well. Thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate that support on the channel. And yeah, I hope you guys have all been enjoying it. We've got a whole heap of people chanting defence at the moment in the chat. They want to see it. But now Quake Cooper has decided we will take the 3 points straight out in front. They've decided that this is an easy enough opportunity for them to be able to get this kick and give them just that little bit more of a lead. They are currently leading by 2 points, 13 points to the 11 of the Wallabies, or sorry, to the Springboks. And at this stage now, Quake Cooper might be able to make it up to that 16, be winning by 5. They are just showing the offside against the Springboks here. It's just something that they can't afford to be doing. Definitely not when they've got one man in the bin, the Wallabies. Like, this is the time for the Springboks to really pounce on them, see how they can go. We have got there, go Wallabies from Vuki in the chat as well. More tries, says chip it in for 7, and slowly word of mouth is spreading amongst Severs, and you'll continue to grow as well as live starts. It is absolutely awesome the amount of support that we get from South Africans because of the fact, like right at the start of the Rainbow Cup South Africa, I wasn't able to pronounce many of the names at all. But then you guys just kept on showing the support, kept on helping me out in the chat in terms of the pronunciations. Quake Cooper, I can say that name, and that has gone straight down the middle from him, straight out in front. So the score is 16 now to the Wallabies and 11 to the Springboks. We have got a new channel member as well, Amy Lynch. Thank you very much for hitting that channel member join button. If you do want access to those exclusive emojis, just like Amy will now have, it is the pin comment in the chat. It will take you to a page. It is $5 New Zealand a month, and you get access in the chat to all of the emojis that are available in this one. But Ikitau now clearing that ball. Very good kick downfield, close to the touchline. Great kick from Len Ikitau there, getting them about 50 metres with that one. And at this stage now, it is going to be the line out. Oh, that's pretty harsh where they've called that one on the touchline. I think it looked like it was a lot further down than that. But at this stage now, does mean that Len Ikitau getting almost one of his first touches of this game. It seems to be Samu Karevi who does end up in that opportunity of having the chance. And it seems like The Springboks just having a little bit of a team meeting, working out what they are going to do for this one here. And we have got new member, welcome Amy, as well as Steve Smith. And also we have got in the chat, Toffee is, but do you know what? I do not know. So I feel like I shouldn't read it out, but at this stage, we have got, I don't care what's going on with the game. I don't care what's going on with the game as well, says Jackson. At this stage, it was just waiting for the line out because the Springboks were in a huddle, taking their time to decide. But now it is going to be Willie LaRue with the ball in hand, going to be putting the ball up high in the sky, going to be taken nicely by Tom Banks. 35 out from his own line, and he is kicking towards the touchline, possibly looking for the 50-22, but it's taken as a mark for Willie LaRue inside of his 22. And now the Springboks just taking another little breather to work out what their plan is here. But that's the thing, 2 minutes left of the Wallabies yellow card. They're going to have to make sure that they can really possibly get, maybe, I'd say if they can get 3 more points before the end of this first half, or maybe even a try, they will be sitting very nicely. But that's going to be kicked downfield from Andre Pollard. The quick line out is the opportunity, and now it's going to be Quake Cooper running across field. Gives it now into the hands of Kurumbeti with a big step as well. He's breaking the tackle with Faf de Klerk, or Luther Yaga was the man trying to drag him down. Going back now, McDermott sniping around the side, just throws the ball straight into the hands of Lucanio Arm. That is a big mistake from Tate McDermott, and now it's given the Springboks position 40 metres out now. It's going to be Willie LaRue. The counter-attack is on Pollard on the outside, gives it to Damien Dialende, linking up with Sia Khaleesi. Grey hands flicked into touch there almost. No, he's been able to keep the ball in play, as he know. Foot in touch from Sia Khaleesi, and now it is going to be the line out once again for the Wallabies. We've had a lot of line outs in this one so far. We have got there, you're welcome as well. Says a wicked night, and thank you as well in the chat from Daniel, and also we have guys language. So I assume it is something that is possibly not ideal. See, I don't speak Afrikaans, so I don't really know what the people are saying in the chat. Unfortunately, we have also got there. We have also got there. Guys, don't worry. We will. We got the Rugby 23 World Cup in our pocket as well, says Sweet As, and also Hamish brother. Could you put Mbonambi on the first try scorers list? I probably should do that, shouldn't I? I unfortunately left him out. It was Bongi Mbonambi who was able to score that first try of the match. That is going to be a penalty for closing the gap there, or throwing the man across the line for the Springboks. And now the Wallabies are going to have this chance with the ball as well. I'll tell you what, Mbonambi, hopefully, or Nambi. Hopefully I've spelled that correctly. I can't quite remember what time he scored, but I believe it was around, we'll go with 24 minutes or somewhere around there, and hope for best at this stage. But there we go. We will put that one up on the screen. I think it may have been a little bit later on. If I'm not wrong, come on, Wallabies, come on as well, says Cameron. And also we have got there, good stuff, mate, from Hercules. And time left, says Reno. At this stage, we are sitting 36.5 minutes through the first half of this game. So we still have another 40 minutes of action coming in the second. Great pronunciation as well, says Masisi. And also we have got Go Bok as well. It's possibly a good thing some of the Afrikaans don't belong in this chat as well, says Darren. Also we have got Mbonambi, says Nigel. Hopefully I did I spell it correctly? Hopefully I did get it right. Hamish, you have written it correctly as well, says Hang Around. And also we have got, oh gosh, Pollard's kicking as bad as is it any good for you as well, says Fantastic Charisma. Unfortunately, he has missed 2 kicks so far in this match, Andre Pollard, which is almost uncharacteristically like him. That was almost a word. It is not really something that we see from Pollard, missing too many in kind of past games. So it's interesting. Maybe it is the Australian first game for Australia, or in Australia for a very long time. Perhaps the conditions just a little bit different, but now it's going to be Samu Karevi. Gives it now to Rob Valentini. The leg drive going very nicely, 35 metres out now for the Wallabies. McDermott sniping around the side, almost tackled from Dwayne Vermeulen, but in the end, Kitsov was able to drag him down. Michael Hooper going through the gap. OB stepping around as well, links up with Rob Valentini, and they're going to be 10 metres out now for the Wallabies. Mbonambi trying to counteract. Alan Alatoa gives it back to Bell. Quick hands from Cooper, and it's going to be Marika Kurumbeti now, who offloads it to Bell. They are going at a frantic pace here, the Wallabies. Angus Bell driving towards Etzebeth. And they are still going to be 10 metres out, just settling the ball down a little bit. 5 phases. And it's the number 5, Matt Phillip, who has the ball in hand. Can the Wallabies get themselves one more? Quake Cooper with a bit of a step attempt, but he is dragged down in the end by Dwayne Vermeulen. Now they've got men on the outside. It's going to be Samu Karevi, almost ripped away by Mbonambi, but it's available for the Wallabies. It's bounced up to Tom Banks now. It's going to be hard round the side by Faf de Klerk, and also Kitsov. At this stage now, down back McDermott. Oh, I thought they were going for a drop kick there for a second there, but Quake Cooper now going to be driving at the line. And they have still got this ball here, the Wallabies. They are phase after phase, 10 in a row for the men in the goal kit for this match. It is going to be Valentini 10 metres out now. Going back, McDermott inside ball to Tom Banks, getting closer and closer. Hooper protecting the ball. It's going to be Alan Alatoa. He's dropped the ball. Has it gone forward though? Yes, it has. And now it is going to be the scrum for the Springboks. Tell you what, he needed to hang on to that one there, Alan Alatoa. They were phase after phase right out in front, but just not quite able to break through. I have a feeling who will win as well. Says it is Hex Link Clanny. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And also we have got there Hamish, possibly an Afrikaans-speaking viewer as a moderator. We need to maintain some standards here, respect and love brothers as well. That is a very good idea in the future for us to be able to do so, because normally we don't expect this many people on the live stream. In the situation where we've got the Aussies make a big attempt first half as well. They're doing well. It is just that last 20 minutes I'm a little bit worried about them for, because of the fact that the Springboks, they are one of those sides that their bench is phenomenal, and they are going to be bringing a lot of powerhouses off that bench as well. What we will do quickly is we will show you guys the benches for these matches. As you can see, they've got Mako van Staden and also Quagga Smith. Jesper Visa, that is a 3 men to look out for. Malcolm Marks rolling maul try, I feel could be coming in this match as well, just the way that man plays. And then you've also got the likes of Herschel Yankees and Damian Valimzo, who might get a chance a little bit later on in this match as well. We have got there, and the chat, take out Alalatai as well, says Stanley Murphy. And also we have got there, we have got Winners Hamish getting his cap for the ABs, so he can go professional with his commentary as well, says Oliver. Of course, I did mention a little bit earlier on in one of the other live streams that if you want to commentate games for the All Blacks, normally you have to have quite a few test caps to be able to do so. So maybe I've got to start running around in the backyard with a rugby ball. Please bring Tupou on as well, says CH. It will be interesting to see how long they decide to leave it for and put Nick White in now as well, says Reckless. And also Marks will do some damage off the bench. I did call it before the match. I said Malcolm Marks rolling maul try going to be happening in this match, but we will have to wait and see. And unless 30 seconds left in this first half, the Springboks only going to be 5 meters out from their line, straight out in front of the post almost. So more than likely, this one will be going in and they will be kicking this one into touch. We have what's got there in the chat. Waimoni is not in. Or Waimone, sorry, is not in Cesian Fento. It's an interesting one. They decided to go with Pollard. That's a big push, and the Wallabies win the penalty. And that is a big moment, because the fact this is straight out in front, and they will be able to kick this one over and get an 8-point lead if they decide to do so. Bro, have you talked to Sky Commentary as well? Says Chippin for 7. They will probably try and get us taken off YouTube, because of the fact we may be stealing a few of their viewers perhaps. But I mean, it's always an option in the future maybe to go down a commentary route. But I absolutely love the fact that I can talk to you guys in the chat at the same time for these commentary. That is a big push from the Wallabies for the front row coming up, and because of it now does mean that the Wallabies could have an 8-point lead going into halftime. We will quickly go like this, and we will go like this. There we go. That is the score at the moment, but could be another 3 points for the Wallabies here, depending on how it goes. Take the points as well, says CH. And also we have got there in the chat, if we don't play Mornay for New Zealand, we'll definitely lose as well. And also, how's it, Hamish? Long time. Congratulations on 5K subs, says Carl Peterson. Thank you very much, mate. I do appreciate all of the support that you guys are showing. Commentary on fire, much respect. You are a star in the making, bro. Keep pushing as well, says Luke. Thank you very much, mate. And Zimbabwe behind the box in this one, says Mufaro. And also, come on, score the penalty. And Hamish, who is your friend? This is Kieran. He is a giant inflatable All Black. Although people don't normally see the logo and think that I've got like a blow-up doll that I like to chill out with in the lounge. But yeah, it is pretty much Kieran. He is a giant inflatable All Black who isn't very inflated at the moment because he keeps on trying to fall over. Unfortunately, he ends up with the lean. That one has gone over from Quake Cooper. So now the score in the halftime stage of this match is going to be 19 points to the Wallabies and 11 to the Springboks. So a good start to the match here for the Wallabies. Can they continue that in the second half? That is a big question. We have got smash that like button. 777 likes, says Steve Smith. Let's see if we can do it. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe as well. We have also got there, we have got this is such a good game, enjoying it more than the ABs game, says David Lee as well. Take this race, says Reckless. And also we have got there in the chat, Mornay is better than Pollard. And well, South African forwards, 8 out of 10, and Aussies, 9 out of 10 is the rating from Luta. There go Wallaby Springboks having Cadbury chocolates in this game. But now what we will do is we look at some stats for this match as well. At this stage, very close game between these two sides. Only the 8-point difference, which I feel like can change in an instant, because these two sides, they just have the ability of it being able to possibly get themselves a try early in the second half. The Springboks were looking through 1 try apiece for both of these sides. The try for the Wallabies was scored by Andrew Callaway. The try for the Springboks was scored by Bongi Umbanambi off the rolling maul. Then from there, we have got meters carried, 136 for the Wallabies and 64 for the Springboks. 22 carries for the Springboks, though, compared to the 48 defenders beaten. 12 defenders beaten for the Wallabies compared to the 3 of the Springboks that they have been able to do. And offload 7-0 for the Wallabies. That is something that I mentioned in my preview that the Wallabies will have to use to their advantage. They need to make sure they keep on offloading that ball, because if they can keep that going, then the Springboks, they will try and shut it down, but it will be a lot tougher for them to be able to shut down if they can keep on slowly working their way through and keep on finding gaps. Missed tackles, 13 for the Springboks in that first half. 65 tackles made, 3 missed tackles for the Wallabies. So that is pretty awesome as well for them if you are looking at that stat as an Australian, which I know we've got a lot of you guys in the chat as well. We have also got there in the chat. We have also got, tell you what, it's going quick morning. I said great commentary. Thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate every single one of you being here. And we have also got there, and we thought Aussies was a walkover as well, says DU. So although the game's not over yet, that last 20 minutes, I'm a little bit worried for the Wallabies because we know that the Springboks are going to be bringing it. It's interesting, 7 penalties apiece and 1 yellow card each in this match. So they've kind of really split it, and the possession, 66% for the Wallabies in this match. But I put that down as well to the fact that the Springboks have been kicking the ball back to the Wallabies, giving them that opportunity. We have also got the, you said you are Kiwi, but I heard you speaking a bit of Afrikaans. How did you learn to speak it, says Michael. It's actually a pretty cool fact. And it is the fact that it was you guys in the chat from the Curry Cup live streams that were helping me out. So I know Yaulekading, and I also know the name, I know Donkey, as well as my only other sentence that I do know. And we have got there into the chat, Hamish, have you said your prediction? Says Reno. I actually said that it was going to be 11 points to the Springboks at the end of this game, but I'm wondering whether or not that could be a little bit off. We are struggling against the Aussies. We need to stop kicking to them and keep more ball in hand. Yeah, that's the thing. 34% possession, even if the Springboks are such a dominant side. If you only have that much possession, you really give the opportunity to the other side to be able to really open up a gap, and then it could go from there. We have got Wimbius, but what's the story of your suit? Pretty much what happens on this channel, it's a little bit of a weird trend, but pretty much any time that we have got an important match on, I always wear the suit because of the fact that it has that big match feel. It's come from when I said in one of my earlier live streams it was going to be a forfeit if we had a light goal. I was going to wear the suit for the Super Rugby final, and I did that. And you guys seem to really like it. So it kind of comes back anytime there is a big match as well. So it's kind of one of those ones that this one, it's a pretty big match. So I decided would be a good time to do it as well. What do you think South Africa needs to improve on the second half, says LP? I would say my big one is the possession stat. I think they have gone for quite a few kicks, and they have been working to a kind of majority. Some of those kicks have been going loose, and then the Springboks have had that opportunity. But overall, I think they probably need to half those kicks in terms of really trying to run the ball out. They've got Makazole Mapimpi out on the wing, who is a world-class player. He has an insane strike rate when it comes to scoring tries, but they just aren't giving him the ball out on the wing, unfortunately. And we also got there, Sweet has done a donation, and he's put AB's 2023 Rugby World Cup champions. And the thing is, because it is a donation, I have to leave it up here for a little bit of time. So hopefully the South African viewers don't get too offended by that one as well. World champs are falling as well, says Steve Smith. And also we have got in the chat, it's called is it called a braai? A braai, I believe that is a barbecue, if I'm not wrong, or something along those lines. And also we have got, if it is 11 points for the Springboks, mate, you were right as well. Or it is 11 points for the Springboks, as in 11 points that they win by, though, not for at halftime kind of thing. And it's Tongan Language Week, though, as well. We have got in the chat. Tell you what, the chat is going quick at the moment. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 5,700 subscribers at the moment. And okay, never mind. I just refreshed and we are on the road to 5,800 subscribers. We are sitting on 5,760. We might be able to push towards that 5,800 by the end of half time. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We are covering the Rugby Championship, United Rugby Championship, Bunnings NPC, the New Zealand National Provincial Competition, also the Gallagher Premiership Top 14 international fixtures, including the one in November that is going to be the Springboks taking on England as well. And we have also got this, this is bad commentary. Well, I guess in that case, see you later. I guess you don't have to stick around, which is good news for yourself. We have also got my mum asked what a guy saying about a donkey as well, says JP. Yeah, see, people always said that the commentary or sign the pronunciation, you kind of say donkey, but say it a little bit different for donkey. So hopefully it is correct in that regard. And we have got, come on, Wallabies. What a push. Scrum is doing well as well, says Cameron. Yeah, they're looking strong, even though they have got the smaller 4-pack. They are playing like a team who has got the bigger one. Looking through some of the stats here, Nkosi hasn't touched the ball according to this for meters carried. He hasn't been able to get any meters. And also Mapimpi, he's only had 1 carry. And in that 1 carry, he had 2 defenders beaten. So that goes back to my statement of I want to see him get the ball a little bit more in the second half, see if he can really work his way forward, see if he can do some damage. Dwayne Vermeulen, 3 carries for 21. Then you look at some of the Wallabies numbers. Everyone's kind of at around that 26 or so. Defenders beaten 5 for Marika Conombeti. Very impressive indeed for that man. 11 tackles made by Lou Diaga with 1 turnover 1. And then for the Wallabies, the most is Lockie Swinton, who has made 6 tackles. So a bit of a difference there as well. We have also got, tell you what, the chat is going quick at the moment. We have got a donation from Reckless. I'm Kiwi, but go Wallabies. Don't want to lose my bet as well. Did you bet on them winning by a certain margin, or was it a kind of overall Wallabies winning bet we have got commentary is the best I've seen on YouTube as well, says Steve Smith. I do appreciate that a lot, mate. And also we have got Let's Go Argentina. Let's go. And can I watch the game on here? Unfortunately, due to licensing and copyright, we would end up in that situation of getting taken off YouTube, sadly. You have the concentration of an alien, Hamish, as well, says Bokino. I think it's because I've got chat going that side, and then I've got a game with like the commentators in my ear as well. So I'm under that situation of like my brain doesn't stay in one direction for these whole ones. We are in that situation of just going absolutely crazy throughout these ones, but I absolutely love it. Good unbiased commentary, but wondering if it will be when when the ABs play. It says Anton, I think it was pretty good in the All Blacks game that was a little bit earlier, because we did do the game between All Blacks and Argentina, because normally, even when the All Blacks play, I've got a giant inflatable All Black, but that's only because I won it in the competition. I always try my best to stay as completely impartial as possible so that both sides of like guys going for the sides kind of can enjoy the commentary as well, rather than kind of, because if you're right on one side, it's kind of hard for the people on the other side. So like if I was from Australia, which I am not, I will not claim that I'm from Australia, but if I was from Australia and the whole time I was just saying how good Australia is and not saying anything good about South Africa, then it makes it a lot harder to watch, if that makes sense. Because in New Zealand, we have Justin Marshall, who is about as one-sided as you get when it comes to the commentating. And we have got You're the Man as well, says McKinney. Thank you very much, mate. Straight back at you. And also we have got there, it sounds like Buy a Donkey as well. So that's, thank you very much. Buy a Donkey, okay. We'll try my best to remember that one as well. And we have also got there in the chat, I'm liking the commentary as well, says Andre. Thank you very much, mate. And also thanks for the great commentary. Much appreciated. Says it was Burund. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, which I feel like I may have messed up that pronunciation. I'm sorry there as well. But we are getting close to the second half getting back underway. I believe the Wallabies are at the stage just having their huddle. They need to make sure that they have a good performance in the second half to continue the pressure that they have been putting on the Springboks in the first. But I believe they will be still. Oh no, Matt Phillips actually back out on the field. So both sides having a yellow card in this first half, which is an interesting stat. Lucanio Arm is not. It's also not a good centre at the stats. Says guys, it's only rugby politics as well. Says Michael, and great commentary, mate. Enjoying the game so far as well. Says CH. But what we will do, I'll see if I can find any more player stats, because there isn't really too much to look at for this one. Andrew Callaway, one run. He beat 4 defenders and he scored the try as well for the Wallabies, which is very impressive. And there are a couple. Other than that, there are not many running meters at all. There's been a lot of kicks for both sides. Henry Pollard kicking 8 times. Faf de Klerk kicking 8 times. And then Willie LaRue also kicking 5 times. So in this game so far, the Springboks have kicked 21 times in that first half, which is why they have only had 34% of the territory. Then you look at the Wallabies. They have had a few kicks as well, but they've only had 14. So that's an extra 7 kicks that the Springboks have done over the Wallabies in this match so far. We have got there, where can I watch the game? Depends on what country you're in. You have got the options of DSTV, Stan Sports, Sky Go, or Sky in some other countries, and also Rugby Pass might or might not have it, unfortunately. We have got there, congrats, bro. You currently have the highest number of viewership in all rugby YouTube channels as well. It's absolutely crazy, because the fact I'm not South African, which I feel like is just one of those things that blow my mind, that you guys do watch my commentary, and it means a lot as well. Hello from India as well, says Siraj. Welcome in to the live stream, mate. Or Siraj, sorry, I think I pronounced that wrong. And we have got a good Afrikaans word to describe your commentary. Would it be backgat? What does backgat mean? Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. We always got there. Ray said, agree, the Aussie commentators are terrible. And then we trot out Justin Marshall as well, says Ray. And also we have got there Katie Lee. She probably is asleep at the moment. I believe it is the middle of the night there, or maybe very early morning in the country that she is in, which is the US. I believe it's around 5 a.m. at the moment, if I'm not wrong. And we always got their spot, got character bomb squad to come through as well. This is a test for the Bok to win by 8 as well, says Morsia. The last 20 minutes, I think, is in that situation of I know it's going to be going the Springboks way, and I'm worried to know how many points they are going to be able to get over the Wallabies in that later stage. We always got there, agree, the Aussie commentators. Oh, I read that one, and we always got there. All I know is South Africa will win as well, and you're messing up the pronunciation of pronunciation as well. Pronunciation, have I said it wrong? Unfortunately, pronunciation, is it? Pronunciation. Is that what you wrote there? Pronunciation. I think it's pronunciation. Actually, legendary commentary, Hamish. Wishing you much success in future endeavours. As I said, Johnny Bates, thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated the amount of support you've been showing. You've been here since the start as well. So you've been able to see us come quite a long way in that short time. But at this stage, we are sitting on 626 likes on this live stream. Can we push towards 700 by the start of the second half? We have only got a couple minutes. Can we do it? If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. It does help us out a lot. We have got there in the chat as well. We have got, tell you what, it's going quick at the moment, and we have got well done with the Afrikaans as well. And it's Prunance from Chip. Is it Prunance? I feel like I'm I don't think I can say that word anymore. It's going to be in my head now. It's probably like 6 a.m. for Katie. She'll be passed out long ago as well. Yeah, she was here for the first match. Can you like twice? As well, says Makina. I believe if you click like twice, you would end up unliking. So maybe you've got to click it 3 times if you haven't liked already. And then it will feel like you've done it 3 times, but really it will just be the one, but you haven't unliked it at the same time. Means awesome or cool. As well as Backgat. As Backgat. So thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate that. We have got there into the chat as well. Springboks are going back to the old boring kicking game. Yeah, like I mentioned, 21 kicks in that first half. They need to make sure that they keep that ball in hand a little bit more in that second half, because if they do, like I'll go to show the starting lineup for you guys who are just tuning in now, because they have some very good players indeed. We will look through them for the Springboks. These are the guys who are out on the field at the moment. You've got the likes of Hondre Pollard at 10. He's done 8 kicks so far. 50 Clerk has done 8 as well. And then Willie Roo has done 5 at the back. But you got Nkosi, you got Mapimpi, Damien Dialende, and Lukanyoam as your backline, but they're not really using them to the best of their ability in this game, South Africa. They've only had 34% of the possession, which has been costing them a little bit, because the Wallabies have been hanging on to that ball and trying to make them pay when they do get the opportunities. Looking at their bench, though, I think this is a bench that can turn this game around for the Springboks. Malcolm Marks is insanely good when it comes to a rolling ball, which was actually where the Springboks were able to score their first try of this match. Then you have got the situation of it is Oxnashare, Vincent Koch, Maka van Staden, Kwaka Smith, also Jasper Visa, Herschel Yankees, and Damian Willemse is the other player who will be coming off the bench for the Springboks in this match. So we will put this one back up. There we go. It is halftime at the moment. We are getting close to the second half getting underway. We have got 666 likes at the moment on this live stream, so we are well and truly pushing our way towards that 700. And also, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are only 18 away from 5,800, which is absolutely insane. And I thank you all very much for the amount of support you guys have been showing on this live stream. We have got there as well, player for each team so far, says Wicked Knight. I would say for myself, player for each team, I'm going to say for the Wallabies, I like the way that, it's a tough one actually. It's a tough one because Callaway's only had 1 run, but I'd say maybe one of those forwards. Lockie Swinton's been putting in a bit of a shift in terms of the big hits he's been putting in. But yeah, there's quite a few players who have had decent games, but no one's really stood out as an absolute unit out there. Marika Korombedi making quite a few meters as well, with a couple defenders beaten in 1 run. But yeah, overall, I'd say for the Springboks, if I had to pick a player, I would say probably Lou Diaga, just because of the fact he has been able to make 10 tackles so far, might be a good shout. In that regard, we have also got there, can't say yet as well, in the chat. And also we have got there in the chat, come on, says McKenna. And also we have got in there, subs are strong for the Boks. They are indeed. And they are going to be dangerous in the second half when they do decide to use them. It will be interesting to see how early they go to them. I do see Stephen kicks off next to the man Sia Khaleesi, who has already had a yellow card, so we have to be careful with that discipline. And the second, 777 likes almost there, says Steve Smith. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are going to be covering all of the Rugby Championship games to do with the Springboks and also to do with the All Blacks, including that big match that is going to be taking place, and that is going to be between the Wallabies, not the Wallabies, that's going to be between the All Blacks and the Springboks. Nick White on the field now for the Wallabies. They've decided that he would be a good man to put out there, see whether or not he can do something in this one and work his way towards a possible try. But at this stage here, Quake Cooper, they are showing him as well, done decently in the number 10 jersey so far. And we have also got there, I'm going back to Rugby Stream. Is that okay with you, Hamish? I'm not a trader. I always support the underdog, remember as well, says Johnny Blaze. No worries at all, mate. Tell him at this stage that I think he has actually won our video when it comes to the difference in the lineup prediction because of that late change of Quintal Pyer. So I think he has actually been able to win that one. Listening in Cape Town, great job as well, says Donovan. Thank you very much, mate. And now we are here for the second half, and this match is about to get back underway. The Springboks at this stage, they are 8 points behind, but they've got a good chance of being able to get right back in this match. Now it's going to be Matt Philippin straight away. Nick White going to have this ball in his hands, and at this stage, it is going to be a tackle inside of the 20. I just was making sure that we were running smoothly at this stage for this one. They are just outside of the 22. Quake Cooper going to be playing as the halfback, currently sitting about 30 metres out from their own line. Bit of a counter ruck here from the Springboks, and they have been able to rip the ball away now. Fluff de Klerk gives it off to Damien Dialende. Now it's going to be Pollard. A lot of space opening up for the Boks. Inside boy. Oh, look, Kanyo arm drops it. And unfortunately for him, it means that he has dropped that one. Now it's going to be Samuka Revi, but we're going back here. 2 knock-ons. First one by the Springboks, second by the Wallabies there as well. We have what's got there in the chat. Might check out Rugby Itch for a bit as well. I'll be back as well, says Sebastian. And also we have got there 690 likes. That is absolutely awesome indeed. And why is this Cooper pants? So I says more. So I guess it's one of those ones, less area to grip, I guess, when you're trying to grab the shirt. I don't know what he's doing, Michael Hooper, or sorry, Quake Cooper, I should say, but McDermott, he's actually got some strapping and some ice on that leg, which looks like that is the reason he is not going to be making his way back out there. The right leg is the case. The Kiwi Lads comments as fast as ABs play rugby as well. Says, it is indeed. This one is going extremely quick. I do try my best to read every message, although the ones that do stand out a little bit more is when you have that little badge next to you, just like Mopo Asekiora, and that is through the channel membership. But I do try my best to read every single one. It is just very tough to do in the speed that this one is going. We have what's got there in there. Can the box stop making poor mistakes? As well, says Rano, yeah, it's not ideal for them at this stage with the amount of times that they have dropped this ball. It's going to be a penalty to the box, though. So they have turned around straight away there. And now it will be the opportunity for them to be able to maybe take the 3 points, make it back to only a 5-point contest if they decide to take on the shot, which I believe is what Pollard has decided to do. Knock-ons at this level is unacceptable as well, says hang around. And that's the thing. So far, Lukanyuam has actually dropped the ball twice in this match, which is not ideal for him, but he will be wanting to make sure that he can sort that out in the later stages of this half, or else he might be taken off for Damian Willemse. Might actually be the option that they go with there, but at this stage now, they are showing Angus Bell just went down on the front row up against Franz Maharba, who is a very hard man to be able to handle in a scrum. That's why you need a co-host. Only way to read all the comments as well. Says that live starts. Yeah, I'm wondering how that would go, though, because if we had two of us, I think the delay sometimes messes up, but I was hoping to have George on one of these live streams, but it doesn't seem. Pollard's hit the post. Pollard hit the post straight out in front, and that is going to be not going over from the Springboks, and now it's going to be Samu Karevi counter-attacking here. It's going to be Callaway, and they are going to be going forward. Big time here, the Wallabies. Quake Cooper just sending it downfield, down the middle, but that is another miss for Andre Pollard in this match, only getting the 2 kicks over so far, missing 3. Dwayne Vermeulen running hard. Adelina Cattell, who was able to drag him down just inside of the half of the box. Going to be Fuf de Klerk, now goes back to Ulu Diaga. Angus Bell trying to get on that ball. He's grabbed the man, but not the ball. Unfortunately for him, Fuf de Klerk was playing the ball, and now it's going to be a penalty for the Springboks. I believe it is going to be with the factor of them playing the man, and now there's a bit of push and shove. And Mbonambi and also Matt Phillip just having a little bit of a chat. Lockie Swinton as well. The referee's just going, thank you, everyone. Now, everyone just step off. We'll go back to where we were. We almost got there. This is the first time South Africa are playing with spectators in the stadium since the World Cup. 2019 must be the reason Pollard is kicking so badly as well, says Donovan. Yeah, that is a good point. First time that they have been able to play in front of a crowd. None of the British and Irish Lions to add any crowd throughout that whole match. But this one, they have got a decent crowd there, but it was Fuf de Klerk. He had his hands on the ball, so I think they are saying that maybe he has got the possibility of getting tackled there, but now it is going to be Fuf de Klerk now, he's actually got a mustache as well. I said that if the Springboks lose this match, I was going to be shaving this part and leaving just the mustache, which I feel like is a bad deal for myself because of the fact that it means that it's a little bit of both in terms of the fact that the Springboks should have won this game, I guess you could say. We're still 44 minutes in, so it means that, I guess, does that mean I want the Springboks to win, or does that mean I want the Wallabies to win? I kind of need a shave, so maybe the Wallabies need to win it, if that is the case. But Mbonambi now on the 22, thrown to the back now. Lutiaga taking it nicely, and it is nicely set here in the rolling maul for the Puma. I almost called them the Pumas, but it is going to be the Springboks. And Mbonambi at the back, marching forward now, making good meters. Only going to be 15 meters out. Fuf de Klerk telling the troops to keep on marching here for the Springboks. Still available for Mbonambi. They've been told to use it once. They are still going forward, though. Only going to be 15 meters out now. Fuf de Klerk looking like he's about to use this ball. Gives it across now into the hands of Damien Dearling. They met by, I believe it would have been Quake Cooper. Yeah, it was Quake Cooper, and it's going to be a penalty there for the Springboks for Quake Cooper. Not quite rolling away when Michael Hooper did commit to that one. We have what's got there in the chat. Where is Stain as well? I believe they decided not to play him for this one because they have got Herschel Yankees, and also they will have Damian Willemse as their spare backs for this one. So it's one of those ones that maybe they decided, because they went for that 6-2 split, that is why he is not there. The Maul Machine as well, says Rhino. Yeah, they're looking strong there. They must be hot in the Gold Coast. It's looking like a nice evening, that is for sure. I believe it would be currently sitting at 9:18 p.m. over there. And we have also got, how about the opposite, and grow a big bushy beard as well, says Steve Smith. I mean, I kind of am trying, but it's just not quite coming through at the moment, unfortunately. Maybe Kieran can help with the commentary as well in the chat. We have got there Nick / Quaid, awesome as well, says Clayton. It's going to be a good combo, but now Andre Pollard, can he get this kick straight out in front once again for Pollard. Needs to make sure that this one goes over. He's only 2 from 5. He has got that one there. So now the score is going to be 14 to the Springboks and 19 to the Wallabies. This is a close game, ladies and gentlemen. We have still got 30-something minutes left as well. I don't need a miss from Pollard, and Mornay Stain is a legend. Tell you what, to be able to get into the British and Irish Lions game, the test match, the deciding one, and be able to win it 2 times in a row for the Boks is just something that is unheard of as well. And we have also got there, Rugby Itch is happy with his victory as well. Yeah, because in the end, Quintal Pyer actually was what brought him over the line, because I was winning 27-25, but then in the end, I think it changed down to him getting 27 and me having 26. Oh, Dwayne Vermeulen almost dropping that ball off kickoff, but he has been able to regather. I'm not sure what accent that was, but Fufter Clerk now just outside of the 22, passing it across now in the hands of Eben Etzebeth. Tell you what, we haven't seen too many carries from that man. It's a penalty to the Wallabies for the player leaving the feet. And now the Wallabies might be able to take this one straight back. And straight away now, Malcolm Marks out on the field for Bongi Umbanambi for this one. So they've decided that it's the perfect opportunity to unleash Malcolm Marks. Etzebeth is down as well, which is not ideal for the Wallabies here. But Malcolm Marks, very good player. And he is going to be out on the field now. They are just having a chat, looking like Etzebeth. Hopefully he does get up, because this is one of the first carries we have seen from that man in this match. So for him to end up not being able to get back up from that one, it would be a big shame indeed. I think they are going to be, they're going upstairs for this one. The TMO is coming out for this match. We have got, is that the first sub as well, says Reno? I believe it is for the Springboks. They haven't made any others yet, but they have still got Mako van Staden. Also, they will have Jasper Visa and Quaka Smith. We'll put that up there. They are just checking whether or not this was a shoulder charge from the Wallabies player here. This could reverse the decision. It's going to be, okay, Lockie Swinton in that situation. Did he wrap his arms? I don't think he did. So I think it is going to be in that situation of he has gone down. Etzebeth is what the commentators or the TMO is saying at the moment. Potential foul play. Did end up kind of hitting the neck though, Lockie Swinton with the shoulder. So this could be an interesting decision. This could reverse the penalty here. And it could end up in the situation of going the Springboks way here as well. We have got in the chat, Pollard is in bad form as well. He is, unfortunately, at this stage, he's not going that well at this stage, but we will have to ask that you stop spamming, please, if it's not too bad. We have got there is Timo, the bunker as well. Says Timo, I believe it is. Okay, it would have been your penalty, but there's no arm here. It's what the referee has said. So because of that now, it's going to be reversed, and it is going to be the penalty to the Springbok as well. Where's the Rugby Edge guy from? He sounds English, Irish, South African to me. Didn't want to be rude and ask him, though. He's a mixture. He grew up in Hong Kong. His dad is from Zimbabwe. His mother is from the States, and he lives in England as well. So it's a little bit of a mix. That is for sure. But yeah, he has got an interesting accent. He said when he goes to America, people think he's got a British accent. And then when he's in Britain, people think he's got an American accent as well. And come on with your box. I put the money on you as well. Sit back and eggs. Go to the line. Keep the ball. No mistakes. And score. It's that easy, says Reno as well. And at this stage now, Malcolm Marks, he always has some very good line-out throws. 14 from 14 he had in the last match up against the Pumas. Can he do the same here? That's the big question. Going to the front there. Taken nicely by Lutiaga. And once again, it's going to be this rolling ball. James Slipper out on the field now for Angus Bowers, the first sub that we have seen from the fullback of the Wallabies. Already have Nick White out there replacing McDermott due to injury. That one has gone down there, and the Springboks now have it on the halfway line. It's going to be Fufter Clerk once again kicking the ball high. One of the first kicks we have seen of this half, and it is going to be going out on the full. So it's going to be going back now for Fufter Clerk, and it is going to be the Wallabies who will now have the line-out opportunity. We have got there Bruno yellow card as well. Says it was earlier on in the chat. Tell you what, the chat is going quick at the moment. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, no spamming, unless it's Hamish's emojis as well, says Steve Smith. And if you do want access to those emojis that Steve Smith is using, it is the pin comment in the chat. It does take you to the channel membership page. It is $5 New Zealand a month, and it does give you access to those emojis, and also helps support the channel as well. If you do want to help us out in that regard, but then also you can watch our Rugby Down Under podcast. It is me and an Australian, and we talk all things World Rugby. That link is the second one in the pin comment now to Clerk. Going to be firing it back. So they actually were able to win that one back at line out time there. The Springboks cross kick. Mapimpi dropped the ball once again. Double knock on. Tom Banks dropped it, and now it's going to be a scrum. The hands are not working for the Springboks at the moment. They've dropped the ball just a few too many times for their likings. That's why you run the ball as well, says Thuso. And also, maybe Etzebeth has milked it as well. Says hang around and also box by 15, says Melvin. And also, I thought there was a mixture in there. Cheers, lads. As well, says Thick Boy. No worries, mate. But at this stage, Mikazoli Mapimpi just not quite able to take that ball clean. Box need a good start in the second. So it does not look too good now. As well, says Reno. Although we do know the last 20 minutes of this match, I feel it's going to go the Springboks' way. They are just one of those sides that are dominant when it comes to closing a game. Definitely with the reserves that they've got on their bench. But at this stage, the commentators are just saying they're kicking the ball away just a bit too much. They have only had about 40% of the possession, if that. Total kicks, they have had 24 compared to the 15 of the Wallabies. So that's a 9 extra kicks where they've given the Wallabies an opportunity to have the ball in hand. But now on the halfway line, it is going to be Nick White putting the scrum or putting the ball into the scrum. The pack weights are still well in the favour of South Africa, 941 to 906. But the Wallabies have been doing very nicely at scrum time so far. It's going to be going out the back, though. A little bit of pressure now. It's going to be an awkward pass from Nick White, taken by Quake Cooper, though. Offloads to Samu Karevi, straightens up to the halfway line now. It's going to be Nick White kicking it in behind. Could be a 50-22. If this one goes into touch, and it does, it's a 50-22 from Nick White. And that is a brilliant bit of play from the replacement halfback in the number 21 jersey. Round of applause to himself. Well, we're going to smash the box. I'm going to put $100 or $1,000 on it as well. And at the Wallabies handling error, it's been less. There would have been more tries as well, says CH. In the first 50-22 of the Rugby Championship, they are saying now. And it was a very nice one indeed for Nick White. And he has been able to get them a good opportunity of being able to go for a rolling maul here. They're 22 metres out. Falafanya now needs to make sure that this one is a straight throw, and they've done so. Now it's going to be a rolling maul. No one step passing off the back. Andrew Callaway with a bit of a step there. Good tackle from Malcolm Marks and Andre Pollard. Now it's going back. Valentini, one of his first carries of the second half. Dwayne Vermeulen trying to get in there. 10 metres out now for the Wallabies. You can hear the crowd starting to get behind them. Quade Cooper looking for the offload. Decides against it in the end. Going short side. Nick White now gives it out to Philel. Fanya breaking the tackle of one. But now it's going to be Mapimpi trying to get on the ball. Not quite able to. Can the Wallabies score themselves another try in this match? Angus Bell passes back. Quade Cooper now gives it to Alan Alalatoa at the back of the breakdown. Nick White once again running straight sideways. Passes the floaty white ball out to Callaway. Almost a little bit risky, but Nick White now quick answer. It's knocked down by Willie LaRue, and they're going to be going now back to see whether or not this is going to be a TMO decision against Willie LaRue. We have got their sick of more rules every year as well, says Steve Smith. This one is going quick at the moment. What is a 50-22? I don't know what that is, Hamish. So pretty much what that is, well, we have got a TMO going upstairs as well. The 50-22 is when you kick the ball from inside of your own half and it rolls into touch or bounces into touch inside of the 22 of your opponent. So that is what a 50-22 is in that regard. So pretty much if you do get that right, you get the attacking line out. Willie LaRue, okay, he put his hand out to try and get that ball. It's whether or not they're saying he's had enough of an attempt of being able to catch that ball, or whether it is going to be possibly a penalty, or surely it's not another yellow card against the Springboks in this one. Willie LaRue, if he had gotten two hands to it, it could have been a possibility of it being able to run away with it. But because he wasn't able to take it, unfortunately, that does mean that Willie LaRue, tell you what, Nick White was fired up about that one. That is for sure. What did Willie do? Unfortunately, when Nick White was trying to pass the ball across to Lee Nikitau, he ended up getting a hand on it, and it ended up getting slapped down almost in that situation, as Nick White's trying to describe. But pretty much in that situation, Willie LaRue, he almost got the hand to it, but because he only had one hand to it, it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to go with. It could be a penalty. Deliberate knock-on action. I am just listening at this stage. I just realized I was sitting still. Okay, so pretty much Willie LaRue, they have said it's a deliberate knockdown inside of the 22. Now the referee would like to see the wide angle to see whether or not Lena Kitau would have been able to score this try. And if he was able to score this try, or would have been able to score this try, I think Makazole Mapimpi's there enough to be able to stop him. Yeah, the winger's coming across, which is Makazole Mapimpi, sorry. So that is why it's not going to be a penalty try, but it will still be a penalty. And a yellow card to Willie LaRue. Deliberate knockdown. That's a cynical foul as well, says CH. And also we have got yellow in the chat as well. Competition covers the Rugby Championship, United Rugby Championship, Top 14 Premiership, Super Rugby, Six Nations, Olympic Sevens, Rugby World Cup, Curry Cup, plus Kiwi Lads Gaming, and a Rugby Down Under podcast with BKR Sport content for days. Says Sebastian, that is exactly what we have got on this channel. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, but it is going to be another yellow card against the Springboks. That is the second one of this match, and now they are going to be back down to only having the 14 men on the field. It looks like maybe they have decided, are they going to take the 3 here, the Wallabies, or do they go for the corner and really try and pour it on late? It looks like it is going to be Quake Cooper taking on the kick, and they will try and extend that lead back to that 8 points, which is a very nice lead to have because of the fact that it's not quite catchable with a converter try. There you go as well, says Hang Around. And RG Sports Soccer Hamish says, Tame, I don't actually get too much of a chance of being able to watch any other sports. Like I wanted to follow the NRL, was another competition I wanted to watch this year, but I just haven't really had the chance with all of the rugby that we have on. And also we have got our other channels that we do try and keep up and running as well. Massive movement as well, says Ruggerman. And also how many minutes left at this stage. We are sitting 51.5 minutes through, so we have got a total of 28 minutes left in this game for this one. That's a decider, says Robert as well. If the Springboks can get themselves a try while Willie the Rules off the field, they will have a bit of confidence going forward into the later stages of this game. But if the Wallabies score the next try, it's going to be hard for the Springboks to be able to catch them. We still know, though, that they are very capable. The Springboks, that one is going straight down the middle from Quake Cooper. So now the score is going to be 22 points to the Wallabies and 14 to the Springboks. And at this stage now, I will mention, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to leave a like. We are currently sitting on a total of, we are sitting on 729 likes. Can we push towards 800 by the end of this one? We have got the question is, can the Wallabies take advantage of the yellow card? That is the big question into the situation. Are the Springboks choking? I think they're just in that situation of they just need to have their hands on the ball just that little bit more. They've only had about 40% of the possession in this match, and that has been costing them because they haven't had enough attacking opportunities throughout this one. But now it is going to be kicked off, taken nicely by Matt Phillip there, who is met by the South Africans, who were rushing up to try and defend a bit at this stage. Now it's going to be Nick White passing it back into the hands of Lockie Swinton, who once again will be having to carry the ball as pop free. And now it's going to be in the hands of Quaka Smith, who is the first change in that loose forward trio that they have decided to make. Also Vincent Cock out there. So they have made a lot of changes here for the Springboks. Now it is going to be running forward once again. It's going to be Jasper Visa. So they've pretty much emptied the bench here, the Springboks, to try and get all those guys out there. Now it's going to be going back into the hands of Malcolm Marks. A little bit of a juggle, but he's running hard at the line there. Tackled by Quake Cooper. Going short side to Clerk. Goes it to Quaka Smith. Big hit there from Leonard Cattell. Mussing up with Vincent Cock now breaking off the back 10 metres out here. And Samu Karevi trying to get on the ball to Clerk. Once again passes it back to Khaleesi. Got Malcolm Marks next to him. There's some big contacts happening at the moment in this match. Sia Khaleesi still trying to get that leg drive going. 15 metres out at the moment for the Springboks. Straight out in front. Stephen Kitsoff. Tackled by Michael Hooper. They've been able to stop him. De Klerk once again passing it back. Andre Pollard tackled nicely by Matt Phillip and Nick White. And at this stage now, just continuing about phase after phase, but Michael Hooper straight on the ball. And that's the penalty to the Springboks, or sorry, to the Wallabies for that one. And the captain, Michael Hooper, has got that ball for his side. We have got there a wheel chance where, as well as some orders, and also Habana can play 10 for the Wallabies, as well as Ray. And also we have got how much time left at this stage. We have still got 15 minutes left in this game. 900 likes is the goal by the looks of it from Crixinus Place as well. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we could do it. Would be absolutely insane if we were able to, but I will mention, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. I will check our poll as well, because in the poll at the moment, 75% of you have said that the Springboks will win this match. 3,200 votes in that one as well. That is absolutely insane. That's more views than most of our videos get in a normal week. And at this stage, we have got there in the chat, momentum loss as well, says Ryan. And also, we have got there, good work, boys, and a 1K likes as well. We have got a little bit of spamming as well, unfortunately, in the chat one moment. We'll go like that. But at this stage, also, we have got there, if the Bok don't make and come back here, the All Blacks are the Rugby Championship champions. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It would be a big little bit of an advantage for the All Blacks. I said big little, so that's kind of two different things. But at this stage, this was the round table before this round. So at this stage, the All Blacks now are sitting on 15 points with 3 bonus points. Sia Khaleesi taken off the field now, and that will be for Mako van Staden. And it looks like Oxnashat isn't too far away from making his way out onto the field as well. But the Springboks need this bonus point win, perhaps, to really give them some momentum going into their match next week against the Wallabies. But I don't think the bonus point win is happening in this game, because they would still need to get another 3 tries. So what they need is the win in this one. We have got there in the chat. I know the bad kind of spam as well. And please remove the troll as well. I have done that one there. We have got there. Hamish, do you like the NW win? Of course, as well. Do you like the NW? NW, do you like the NW win? I feel like I should know what the NW is, but my brain for some reason doesn't want to help me out. So can you please let me know what NW is? But that's going to be Nkosi inside of the 22. Does he get an opportunity to run this one out? No, he doesn't. Kicks it straight up in the air, just outside of the 22, and Munami making his way through, almost taken by Karevi, but it's going to be a knock-on. Yes, it is. And it's going to be the scrum now for the Springboks. We have got there in the chat, 14 points damage as well, says Surname, and also blocking works as well, says John. And also, we have got in there greetings from North Borneo as well. And also, we have got in there a little bit earlier on, we had from Kenya as well, from Godfrey. Welcome in to the live stream, mate. And at this stage, my voice is trying to disappear. I've got to power through it. They are just saying Samu Karevi there. They're saying that he was offside in that situation. Well, actually, I believe in that situation, I think it is going to be Taniela Tupou. Yes, it is making his way out onto the field at the moment for the Wallabies. Now, he is an absolute beast indeed. Will he be able to have an impact, late in this game? We will have to wait and see for the Wallabies. So that is for Alan Alalatoa, the Taniela Tupou Tongan Thor, as he's called. Noah has said, loving the suit, mate. Thank you very much, mate. We always wear the suit for these big matches, and this one is certainly a big match. But now kick for touch here for the Springboks, starting to find a little bit of a rhythm going. They've still got 5 minutes left of Willie LaRue not being out on the field. But if they can get themselves a try here, that would really give them a lot of confidence going into the later stages of this match. That is for sure. I'm just quickly going to go like this. There we go. I was just changing something on my phone to make sure that we are still running smoothly, because this is the first time we've had over 1,300 people watching. We've got 1,600, which is absolutely awesome. And I do thank every single one of you for being here for this live stream. It's absolutely insane, the support we have had, and we are going to continue to do these live streams in the future. So if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We have got Nita Try says chip in for 7. They do indeed. And Malcolm Marks is a man who could possibly get them that try, but now it's going to be a rolling maul opportunity here for the Springboks marching forward. Malcolm Marks at the back. Can he get this one going? They are still going forward here. The Springboks, they are very strong with the rolling maul. Taniela Tupou's given Quagga Smith a bit of a cutter off to the side, but now it is going to be available 30 metres out for the Springboks. Can they get themselves back in the match with the factor of only having 14 men out on the field? Vincent Koch now trying to drive for Valentini. Has him covered though. De Klerk goes back. They're going for the drop goal. Are they? No. Andre Pollard once again going for the bomb here. Mikazoli Mapimpi chasing hard. It's going to bounce off his face there. Lukanyu takes it close to the line, only a couple metres short. Damien Tialende now. It's going to be available, is it? No. Now it's going to be De Klerk. They're only 5 metres short. That was a good kick from the Springboks. Taniela Tupou rushing up and making the defensive play on Franco Moster. Now going Lukanyu short side. Close to the touchline, 10 metres out, and once again, it's going to be a counter ruck here from the Wallabies. They're all marching over it, but in the end, they've done extremely well to be able to keep that ball for the Springboks. Asking for the penalty, did not receive it. Oxnash J now having the kneecap taken out, and they've got the advantage as well for the player taking out the knees, and that could even be possibly a penalty. He was told that he wasn't wrapping the arms, and that is a rule that they're really trying to get kind of through into this Rugby Championship as well. Bit of a face-off between Mostert and Folau Fainga'a. There's a lot of tension out on the field at the moment between the World Jazz and also the Wallabies, but we have got past 777. Surely not. We are sitting on 789. So I do thank you all very much for that. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. We are seeing upstairs whether or not Folau Fainga'a did wrap the arms, because if he didn't, he could end up with a yellow card. There could be another yellow card in this game now. Box needs 7, not 3, as well, says Loreno. That is true. Although the 3 points would put them back. He hasn't wrapped the arms there, Folau Fainga'a. So I think that's going to be a penalty at the minimum. He's kind of just dived at the kneecaps there, Folau Fainga'a. So that could be a yellow card. That could be a yellow card because of the fact that we want to avoid the lower leg injuries, as they have said. They want to make sure that the players are as safe as possible, and this is not looking too good for Folau Fainga'a. He's just gone in with his face pretty much. People bouncing as well, says McKinnon. Also, we have got Nick Berry is not reffing. Who's the water boy going to blame now? So says Jonathan. And also, we have got their box more like bots, as well, says Nicola. This could be a big moment in this game because they did have the man advantage, but now it looks like it could be going back down to 14 versus 14. Red card, says Chiaka as well for the call. We will have to wait and see whether or not it is a yellow or a red. It is at least a penalty, though. Foul play is the call. Comes at distance and with speed. Yellow card for Folau Fainga'a. This game is just going back and forth. This is going to be the 4th yellow card of this match between these two sides. You can hear the boo from the Wallabies supporters, but now the Springboks and the Wallabies both have 14 men out on the field, and the Springboks will have a player returning in 3 minutes as well. Disciplinary is mandatory. It's costing the Bok a lot as well, says Sebastian, although this one is a big moment for this one for the Wallabies. We have got who predicted the score as well, says Steve Smith. What are we sitting at? 22-14. Feel like that one sounds familiar a little bit. If I'm not wrong, but I feel like I will have to check my poll that I did a little bit earlier on the channel to see exactly who is going to be closest, and we have got how many minutes left to play. Says Neville at this stage. We are sitting at 58 minutes gone, and the Springboks have kicked for the corner, and it's going to be a rolling maul opportunity now for Malcolm Marks to throw this one in. If he can get it straight, this is going to be a good chance for them. He has been able to take it. He will be joining at the back of this rolling maul. He's got it in hand now, and the Springboks marching. This is going to be hard to stop. Malcolm Marks. Down he goes, and it's going to be the try to the Springboks. Malcolm Marks has been able to score it, and now it does mean that the Springboks are going to be right back into this contest. 19 points to the Springboks, 22 to the Wallabies, and that is a big hit for the Wallabies there. They had a few moments with the men advantage, or the man advantage, I should say. But now from there, Malcolm Marx, the rolling maul. I said it earlier. Anyone who was here for the preview, I said Malcolm Marx is scoring a try in the second half. If I have to go back to this and look back at it, hopefully I wasn't wrong, and that is exactly what he's done, Malcolm Marx. They went for the corner. They went for the drive, the rolling maul, the best rolling maul around at the moment in this game, and that is going the way of the Springboks, and they were able to march their way forward, and Malcolm Marx able to put that one down. And now the score 19 to the Springboks, 22 to the Wallabies, and there is a kick to come. Hey, it's Elton Youngkies. What's he doing over there? I didn't even realize he was in the squad for this match. I know that Mornay Stain, is he over there at the moment, or ever, is he not? Not too sure, but tell you what, we've got a lot of chat at the moment. There are a lot of people saying try in the chat, and also option A, rolling maul, option B, bomb as well. That one's going straight down the middle from Andre Pollard. Better kick there. And now the score is going to be 21 to the Springboks and 22 to the Wallabies. This match is heating up, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a close finish for this one, but that would have been very painful for the Wallabies in this match because of the fact they had such a good chance with the man advantage to do something big, but instead it does go the way now of the Springboks. What's going to happen in the later stages, we will have to wait and see, but I will mention we have got a huge amount of people watching this live stream, the most we've ever had on one, so I hope you guys are enjoying. And if you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Please shout me out, says Go Sport, and welcome to the live stream, mate. It is good to see you here for this match. It is going to be now Pete Samu making his way out onto the field. By the looks of it, this is crazy territory. 1.7 thousand shaving now as well, says surname. Of course, I did say if the Springboks do lose this match, I was going to be shaving this part and leaving the mustache for the next live stream. But seems at this stage the Springboks are making that late comeback. We've got 2 yellow cards, 1 minute 15 for the Springboks before they get their man back, and then it is going to be a little bit longer for Australia. It's still going to be 8 minutes, but inside of the 22 in Australia, or sorry, South Africa at this stage would have a bonus point for being just that little bit close. Shout out to Tame as well in the chat. And dropkick says survival maybe could be on the cards. Got to be tight as well, says Mopar. And Marx is slowly becoming a try machine scored against the Pumas as well. Yeah, that rolling maul and him just go hand in hand. And he's just an absolute phenomenal player when it comes to throwing the ball straight as well. Oh, rush defense there on. It was Quake Cooper, but now Valentini got a man on the outside now. Great low tackle from Makazole Mapimpi on him, though, but the Wallabies 40 metres out now. It is 14 on 14, so I guess in one way it is currently even straight over the ball there. Is it going to be the penalty? Yeah, oh, no, it's not. Thought it was going to be the penalty to Jasper Vesa, but instead it has gone the way of the Wallabies. Right, what do they do here? They're only 1 point in the lead. Do they go for their own rolling maul here, the Wallabies, in the corner, or do they kick the 3 to try and get themselves into that situation? I don't know what they're going to do. Cooper had a quick look up at the post. Michael Hooper might have different plans, though. Options C, drop kick as well. And O in the chat from Chippin for 7. Tell you what, the chat is going very quick at the moment. This feed is crazy as well. Says David, it is indeed. How many minutes left at this stage? We are sitting at 61 minutes gone, so it is 19 minutes left in this one. I believe Quake Cooper, I think he is kicking this one for the corner, or is he? What are they deciding? Quake Cooper, I don't know whether he's backing himself to be able to nail it from here. The Wallabies taking a very long time to decide. Quake Cooper, the referee is going, are you sure you want to take on the shot? And that is what he is going to do, Quake Cooper. He didn't seem confident, though. I feel like maybe he wasn't sure whether or not he was going to be able to get this one over, but now it is going to be Willie LaRue back out on the field, so the advantage goes to the Springboks now to have the extra man on the field. Smash that like button now for Biltong, as well, says Chiaki. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. What are we sitting on at the moment? At this stage, we are sitting on 828. That is more than double what our previous record was before today, which is absolutely insane. And I thank every single one of you for your support. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is going to be Quake Cooper with an important kick here for the Wallabies. 45 metres out. We are currently sitting on 5,829 subscribers as well. So I do appreciate every single one of you hitting that button. We are going to be covering the Rugby Championship and also all of the other competitions around the world, the top 14, the Gallagher Premiership, United Rugby Championship as well. And we have got plenty of time left for the Rugby World Cup to win as well, says Stephen. And also we have got, I somehow had a weird feeling the Aussies will take this game as well, says Viaz. And also we have got Bok in the chat from Shannon. At this stage now, Quake Cooper, he is going to be taking on this kick from a big distance out here for this man. He needs to make sure he gets it for the Wallabies, or else it could be one of those situations that it could be 3 points that they really need at the end of this one. We have got there. It's out of his usual range as well, says CH. Yeah, hopefully he has been striking them well in training, because he needs to make sure he can strike this one from about 40-something metres out here, Quake Cooper. He struck it well. It's coming round straight down the middle, and Quake Cooper has got that kick, just the distance needed for it. And because of it now, the Wallabies are going to extend that lead back to be in 4 points. This is going to be a close finish, ladies and gentlemen, and that's an interesting stat now. The Wallabies in all of their previous 5 games have scored 23 or 24 points. This is the most points they have scored up against the Springboks on New Zealand soil in the last 5 games, or not on New Zealand soil, Australian soils. And Andrew Callaway coming off the field now, and I believe, if I'm not wrong, that will be Jordan Pataya replacing him. Great job covering the match. Traveling Georgia right now. I had no access to a stream as well, says Ed. So hopefully you do travel safely, mate, and it is good to see you once again. We have got everyone in the chat at the moment. We have also got, come on, let's do it for the world as well, says Graggle. At the stage now, it's going to be once again, the Wallabies have got this ball just on their 22 line. They have been told to use it once again by the referee for this match. Nick White going to be rolling it backwards here. What can he do with the ball in hand? Nick White looks like he's going to be putting it up. Has gone high. It's going to be now Marika Krumberry lining it up. Not able to take it. Yes, but Visa knocks it on, and now it's going to be knocked back by Pete Samu. Isaac Rodder passes it back. Quake Cooper going for the 50-22, but it isn't quite going to be finding the touchline like he would have liked it. It's going to be taken by Andre Pollard. Great tackle from Jordan Pataya, and Andre Pollard throws it into touch, trying to link up with Makazole Mapimpi, and now because of it, it does mean that the Wallabies have this line out just outside of the 22. They've got Come On You Beauties as well, says McKinnon. Also, we're going to watch the game live. Unfortunately, other than paid subscription, there isn't really anywhere around, other than maybe Australia 7 now or 9 now, I think it is, are actually showing this game for free if you do live in Australia. So if you've got a VPN, you will be able to get around that and will be able to go for that one. Apply the pressure box as well, said Reno. And also, we have got time for Mapimpi to score. And also, we have got there go Bok from Mfusi, and also 1,000 before the end of the match. Kieran Buffer in the chat from Steve Smith. 1,000 likes would be absolutely crazy if we were able to hit it. We're currently sitting over 800 though, so anything is possible at this stage. We still have 15 minutes left. Now it's going to be Faliti Kaitu test debut for this man, and it's going to be important that he can get it right. They've been able to take that nicely here, and it is now going to be a rolling ball opportunity for the Wallabies once again, trying to march it forward here. Not really moving. They've been told to use it once just outside of the 22-25 out. Nick White fires it across to Samu Karevi. Has dropped the ball, and it is a knock on, so that's not what the Wallabies needed in that situation. Quake Cooper from New Zealand. Murray boy, let's go as well, says Jan. And also Kima Milamu is from Tokoroa, and also the Wallabies need this game or else the future is bad for rugby there as well, says Vias. That is a good point. I feel like if the Wallabies were close in this game, no one remembers the games where you are close. People remember the games where you win. So that's what the Wallabies, they are going to have to do in this game if they want to build themselves some momentum. Proud of the Aussie brothers so far, says the Uso. Yeah, they've been playing very well, the Wallabies. We felt like after that series up against New Zealand, they had something to give that they hadn't quite shown. And this is something that they're doing in this game. They're playing very well. They're playing strategically. The Boks have been kicking them the ball maybe just a little bit too often. And because of it, they have been making the most of it. Other than now, when they did drop that ball, Quake Cooper made the goal as well, says Aleki did indeed. And how much time left at this stage? We have still got 15 minutes left in this game. Damien Willemse out there replacing Willie LaRue now. And they still have a man advantage here for South Africa. So now at this stage, this is going to be dangerous for the scrum because they'll have a little bit of an extra overlap on the outside if they decide to use it, which it looks like maybe it could be the case. We have what's got there as Hamish from New Zealand or Australia. I am from New Zealand, but I am pretty impartial when it comes to these games. And we have got their Whangarei here for McKenna. And also we have got in the lockdown, or in the Auckland lockdown, let's go Quaid as well, says Chad. And said that one's gone down, and it's a penalty to the Springboks there, and they will be happy enough with that one. 2 minutes 10 left of the Wallabies yellow card, and it will be interesting to see whether or not he will be back out on the field. Oh, Taniela Tupou and Oxner Shea just exchanging a few words as well. The tension could be cut with a knife out there at the moment, the way that these two guys are going in the front rows. They just were kind of asking each other a few questions. It was a big push from the Springboks, though. They've got an extra 50 kgs. That is a good kick downfield, and now it will be about 40 meters out, 35 out, sorry, and it will be the Springboks who have got this ball in hand. We've got I'm from Turbo Country as well, says JSP, and also 15 minutes, 2 more tries for the Boks as well, says Werner. And at this stage, we have got Boks should go get a penalty from the scrum. They did indeed, and also try from the Boks coming up, says El Diablo. Is it going to be Malcolm Marks again? That's a big question, or do they get it out to the winger, which on that far side will be Nkosi. The second half penalties conceded, 7 by Australia, 3 by the South Africans. And this one, once again, rolling ball, well defended there by the Wallabies, getting the timing right, but now it's breaking off the back here, and it is still the same maul, so they're allowed to keep on marching for Michael Hooper, though, straight through the middle, and he's allowed to get his hands on the ball, and that is what he has done, and that one now is not going anywhere. And if Australia can keep this one where it is, they will have the scrum feed. They just got to get the ball to the ground, and they do. They all lie over it, and that is going to be the scrum feed for the Wallabies. And tell you what, the crowd are getting behind them now. Use the weight and wink at Wade as well, or use the weight and wink at Quaid as well from the chat, and also go Quaid as well, says Clayton. Everyone's loving Quite at the moment in this match, that is for sure. It was Noah Lolesio, the few matches up against the All Blacks. They weren't quite able to get it going there. But we have a Scott in the chat. Can we get to 1,000 likes? Tell you what, if we somehow got to 1,000 likes on this live stream, I don't think we're ever topping that, because of the fact that it's just absolutely insane if we were able to get there. We're only 127 away, which doesn't sound like a lot when we've got 800 already on this. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. Nearly 2K for Quake Cooper return as well, says Heinrich. And also we have got there, who would you say is winning the physical battle, says Immortals. I think the Wallabies are muscling up with the Springboks. I say the Springboks still have that little bit of an advantage, but the Wallabies are by no means of the word kind of sitting on the back foot for when it comes to the breakdowns. We've seen a lot of yellow cards so far, 4 in this match. The Wallabies at this stage still have 38 seconds left of the yellow card of, it was in the end, the number 10. No, it wasn't number 10. That's the wrong number. In the end, it was, I believe, front row. I can't think of his name at the moment, unfortunately. Falau for taking out the legs, fronting up Australia as well, says McKenna. The Wallabies are hyped, says David. And so is the crowd at the Gold Coast. They are hoping for a win here. Springboks are really disappointing, as well, says Ryan. And also smash the like now for Biltong and Box need to show up, as well, says Rhino. Time from survival at this stage. We are sitting 67 minutes through this match, so only 13 to go, but only a 4-point difference, and it's going to be the scrum feed now for the Wallabies. They have decided to go with a 7-man scrum, I believe, if I'm not wrong, which is very risky up against a full Springboks pack, definitely when they've got their weight advantage, so they'll have to be careful here not to get put on the back foot. But 27 minutes left at the moment. They are going to be pushing hard. That's a big push there from the Springboks. The ball is out at the back, and somehow they've been able to just get the ball out. It's available, and Nick Way has gone to ground there, straight on the ball there. Who has got this one at the moment? The Wallabies just cleaning out the breakdown, and it is going to be available for them here to be able to do something that was very nicely done by the Wallabies to be able to keep that one little offload there. Pete Samu now pinning the ears back, trying to drive towards the halfway line, but straight on the ball, hands on the ground there from Quagga Smith. No, they've given the penalty for Quagga Smith there. Willie LaRue's actually still out on the field, so I'm wondering who they replaced with in the end. Damien Valimza. Maybe it would have been Nkosi, but Lutiaga is down at the moment, which does not look good, and he is not looking too flash. Looks a little bit wobbly on the feet. Smash that like now for Biltong. It is also, and bring Reese Hodge on, replace Callaway, sorry. He's actually already been replaced. Callaway came off the field a little bit earlier on for Jordan Pataya, as he decided to go out there. Damp up your popcorn. And ready for the drop goals, Quade. Let's go, champ, as well, says Chad NZ. And we have got there, this guy should do a rap god cover as well, says Major. Maybe one day we'll see how we go. We have actually got an Antarctica rap that we once whipped out on an old live stream that me and Isaac wrote when we were in school, but I don't think I have said it in a little while. We have also got there, let's go 1,000 likes, folks. Almost there as well, says Steve Smith. And also we have got there, where's my Biltong as well, says Sods. And also, and there, have more respect for Quade since his recent interview. Thinking back, as well, one moment it moved a little bit. Thinking back, we were pretty harsh on him, as well, says Simon Brown. Yeah, a lot of people said that recent interview that he did when asked about kind of the Wallaby side of it, he was actually like, a lot of people said he was a changed man in that regard, and they seem to be just very concentrated on this game, and maybe he will be able to get himself a win with the Wallabies. Imagine that, first game back in 1,600 or so days, and Quake Cooper. Oh, okay, so it was, Lutiaga got a palm strike from Yasva Visa, friendly fire, and he went down badly there, Lutiaga. So he's going to have to go off for an HIA there. Honestly, this has been a time coming for South Africa. Everyone underestimated Australia as well, says Greg. And also we have got the Kiwis across the ditch alike. If you have not, great commentary as well, says CH. And also, how calm is Quade Cooper? He seems to be just chilled out to the next level at the moment, Quade. Seems to be all right in that regard, and we have also got there, hopefully Africa win. I just like Quade as well in the chat, Go Bok as well in the chat, and we have also got there as a Kiwi Quade's a legend, and come on Bok as well. 935 likes, like the video, subscribe to the channel, join as a member, enjoy YouTube's grooviest rugby community as well, says Sebastian as well. And thank you very much, mate. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, the channel membership is in the pinned comment. If you guys do want to check it out and support the channel, you also get access to exclusive channel emojis, which are pretty awesome indeed. We have got a Kieran one. We have also got one of the other Kiwi lads yawning or being angry. It is George, which perhaps could be one to use at the end of this match, depending on how it goes. You're doing mean as I said, Chip. And also, is South Africa lose to Aussie? Then New Zealand, are they going to be salty AF as well, says Immortals. And also we have got, is that the score as well, says Jimmy. It is at this stage, 68 minutes gone, 12 minutes left in this game, guys. Fast forward to see who wins as well, says Survival. And also join sub and like fam as well, says Nicola Tesla. And also we have got Nice Hooper, says Cameron, go Aussie. Put another shrimp on the Barbie as well, says Nairima, and the Kieran emoji from Wicked Knight there. But now they are going to be kicking for the corner once again here, the Springboks. They have decided 3 points is not going to be enough to get them back into this game. They would be 1 point short in that regard, so they are going to go for that rolling maul once again here. We have also got, can you do a horse race as well, says Dane? Maybe when the Melbourne Cup comes around, maybe we could look at doing something for one of those ones. Perhaps we have also got their Wallabies fans are so toxic. Last year, Cooper was an exile. Now he's the best thing ever as well, says Dre. And also try to South Africa. They win ain't over as well. Not salty, but really happy for Australia. I'll be putting in a dig at South Africa supporters. Oh no, we have got their 949 likes at the moment on the 22 now. For the Springboks, Malcolm Marx has got the ball in hand. They're trying to march it forward once again here for the box. They're going sideways, but they are allowed to keep on going. They need to try and stop it from moving near the Wallabies because they are marching forward here. The Springboks getting closer and closer, still going the same more. They're up to 10 meters out. And I believe they have got the advantage. Yes, they do now. It's going to be de Klerk. Little cheeky kick of mine, but Taniela Tupou cleans it up, and it's going to be the penalty to the Springboks. Right, I think they'll go for the rolling maul once again. Loving the record-breaking number, Hamish as well, says Steve Smith. Yeah, it's absolutely just incredible the amount of support that we have had on not just this live stream, but the live stream beforehand as well. That last live stream broke our records. And now this one smashed it out of the park as well. But now it is going to be a penalty for joining the maul incorrectly, I believe is the call. And Michael Hooper is not too happy about it at this stage. But now it is going to be another opportunity for the Springboks to kick this one for the corner. We have also got a new channel member as well. Thank you very much for joining. It is, or Elisa, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Eliza. It might be, actually, it's Eliza, isn't it? I felt like it's a pronunciation there. Thank you very much. But in that channel member button, now you do have access to those emojis in the chat. And I do thank you very much for supporting the channel there. But now Malcolm Marx, can he help out the supporters in the crowd in the Gold Coast? Is he going to be able to get them another rolling maul try? Perhaps gets himself a second of the half. 10 meters or 5 meters out from the line, sorry, and 10 meters. Oh, that was a little bit early from the Wallabies, was it? Or was it all right? It might have been all right there. No, they have got the advantage. He was just that little bit too early there. Now it's going to be passed back. Fuff de Klerk gives it to Damien Dialende. Damien Willems, and now the Damien's linking up, and it's going out in the hands of Nkosi. He's got a bit of pace as well. Nick White has done extremely well, or has he? Oh, they've been able to push him out, or have they? Willie LaRue, they're going to have to go upstairs and check about 4 different things here to see whether or not Willie LaRue was able to get that one. I think he's got cramp as well. Bit of push and shove going on out there on the field between these two sides. Tensions are running high at the moment out there for this one, but fundamentals over muscle every day. As well, says McKinney. And also thanks for the good commentary from South Africa. We're driving a long dirt road, tuning into you as well, says Stefan. So thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate it. Is that ball? Okay, he is in touch there, Willie LaRue. So it's just a question of whether or not they're just checking this one more time. Willie LaRue with a great pass out to Nkosi. Then from there, Nick White did very well to push him into touch. He was able to keep the ball in Nkosi, but then Mapimpi kept the ball in, and then from there, he was into touch there, Willie LaRue. 10 minutes left in this game, but they have still got the penalty advantage, so that means that they are going to be going back for that penalty advantage and more than likely going for that rolling maul once again. We have also got there in the chat, if you smell what LaRue is cooking, I think that was earlier on, and also if Oz lose, it could be because of them injuries instead. I'll be happy with that as well. Says it was Gregor, but we are going back now for that penalty to the Springboks. 70 minutes gone in this match, and at this stage now, they have got another playing the man in the air at this stage, and we have what's got there. Try with a question mark, not for this one. In this one, oh, Willie LaRue, sorry, is that one. And we have got crying shame that Quake Cooper still represents Australia, yet denied citizenship as well. Yeah, that seems pretty rough, that he has had about 60 or 70 caps for the Wallabies, but still can't become an Australian citizen. Whereas an ex-All Blacks captain is an Australian citizen, which is a little bit of an interesting one. I bet you Marks will score a try. Says, I feel like that is a bet. That is a pretty easy money one at this stage, because it is going to be another 5 meter line out here for the Springboks. And Malcolm Marks is going to be the man who will be throwing this one in. Keep the rolling more as well, says Reno. And also, we have got their crunch time box. My multis are in your hands right now. What have you bet on? Bacon and eggs. Do let me know what you are in need of. But now it's going to be going to the front there. Mostert has been able to take it. It is at the back once again for Malcolm Marks, and once again marching forward here for the Springboks. Are they going to be able to get over the line? It's going to be Malcolm Marks. They're only a couple meters short now. And are they going to be able to curl around it? Still going. Malcolm Marks, very patient approach. Does he get it down? He does indeed. And Malcolm Marks scores the second of the match for himself. And the Boks have taken the front of, or taken the lead, I should say, in this match. But it is going to be an important kick by Malcolm Marks, the super sub. I said that he was going to be a man who was scoring a try, and that is exactly what he has been able to do there. Malcolm Marks, very nicely done. And now we add that one to his try scorers list. He was able to score in the 59th minute, and now he has scored himself one in the 71st as well. Very impressive. And it is a try to that man in the number 16 jersey, Malcolm Marks. Remember the name because he is on fire in this Rugby Championship so far. Scoring tries up against Argentina. Scoring tries now up against the Wallabies as well. And looking dangerous while doing it. It was just nice rolling ball. Great patience as well to not really just jump in there and try and break off the back. He decided to wait for just a little bit longer to be able to get that one. Great commentary, brother. We're on the edge of our seats here in the middle of the Pacific Blue as well. Says Logan, thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated you being here for this live stream. And if you guys are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button because we are going to be covering every game of the Rugby Championship, every game, hopefully, or I should say as many games as we can of the United Rugby Championship, which is going to be following these South African sides through their journey of the Pro 14 sides. I guess you could say, but now Damian Willemse will be the man taking on this kick. So I believe he came on the field for Andre Pollard. If I'm not wrong, we have got there 500 or 5 as well, says Chad. And also in there we have got try time as well, says Steve Smith. And also, well done, Marks, for president as well. We have got there, I told you guys, says Survival. And also we have got Gotta Love Wallabies choking as well, says Big Dog. 8 minutes to go, though. They have still got a little bit of a chance here, the Wallabies, but they can't get trapped by giving away the penalties. Damian Willemse misses it, so it's a 1-point game. So that means now anything can happen in these final moments. I put 50 on Hamish to do a horse race as well in the chat from David. Also, we have got there, see what New Zealand to do Australia. South Africa have too much power, bro, as well, says McKinnon. Also, how much time is left? We have currently got 7 minutes left in this match, and we have got there as well in the chat. Took a screenshot when you hit 2,000 live. Otherwise, your parents won't believe you. That is a good point. And luckily, I don't know how this live stream has done as well as it has. So I do thank every single one of you for being here. I always say it, but these live streams aren't the same without you guys in the chat as well. It's a little bit of a counter-ruck here from the Wallabies, just outside of the 22, or just inside of the 22 of the Springboks now. And now Faf de Klerk will be going for the kicking game once again. I'm wondering whether or not they will leave him on the field for the whole game now because of the fact that he is one of those more experienced players that's going high, not taken nicely, and it's going to be going into touch. And it is a knock-on advantage to the Wallabies. So they have got the choice of either the line-out or the scrum. What are they going to be taking there? Nick White didn't want to make the decision. He was like, I'll give it to Michael Hooper, but Stain as well. You're pretty far behind as well, says Jason. Yeah, I am currently sitting at 74 minutes. And the reason behind that is because I'm watching on Sky Go so that I can have my headphones in at the same time into my PC rather than through the TV because we don't have a headphone jack on that one. That one is going to be thrown in by Samu once again, going for this quick play. It's going to be Samu Karevi just running it straight there at the Springboks defense. They would love a penalty here, the Wallabies. It's going to be now Leota having a good carry there for the Wallabies once again, driving forward. There's still 5 minutes left in this one. Quake Cooper now going short side, a little bit of a step, gives it to Samu Karevi, freeing up the hands, not quite able to find the offload. Quake Cooper just ended up getting flipped by Marco van Staden, which was an interesting one. Matt Phillip now with the carry, trying to get in there. It was the man in the number 19 jersey, Marco van Staden once again. Now it's going to be an inside ball. Great run from Cotton Betty. They're still straight up in front now, though. And is it going to be down? Yes, it is. It's still available for the Wallabies. 5 phases, and now it's going to be Reece Hodge cutting on the inside. And you can see the Springboks, the desperation to get in that breakdown and try and turn that ball over because of the fact that if there is a penalty to Australia, could end up in that situation of them being able to take the lead once again. What is the score at this stage? It is 26 to the Springboks and 25 to the Wallabies. Samu Karevi once again with a good carry. Oh, it's almost ripped away there by Vincent Cook. It was almost on the side of the Springboks, but they have been able to just get that one back to Wallabies. What is going to happen in this last 5 minutes? It is extremely close. That is for sure. Taniela Tupou pulling out the step a little bit, but tackled by Oxnashay. Now it's going to be Nick White. Goes back to Quake Cooper. Rob Valentini hitting it hard at the line. Taken down 40 metres out. Malcolm Marks straight over the ball. Not allowed it though. And it is almost going to be a penalty advantage, but no penalty advantage there for the Wallabies once again. They are going to continue to pass it. They're up to 10 phases at the moment. Bounce pass from, it was Quake Cooper. Etzebeth straight on the ball as well, but he's lost his footing. The Wallabies still have this one. 12 phases in at the moment here for the Wallabies. Can they get a try? They're back to the halfway line. Daniela Tupou just hitting this ball up. 4 minutes left in this one now. It's going to be Nick White, goes back now to Samu Karevi. Offload on the outside of Michael Hooper. In this space, he's got the man on the outside. Reece Hodge, he's dropped the ball. And it's a knock on, and that was the chance for the Wallabies, but Reece Hodge not able to hold the pass from Michael Hooper. That had me on the edge of my seat a little bit there. Come on, Bock as well, says Johanna. Never underestimate the Springboks, says Barat as well. And also, 2,060 viewers. Yeah, it's absolutely insane, the amount of support. But that was a great tackle there from Willemse. He was 2-on-1, and he was able to force the knock on. Whose ball was it, mate? It was in the situation of the Wallabies having that for a long time, but now it's going to be the scrum feed for the Springboks. I got my heart in my mouth right now as well. Says Red hopefully I pronounced that correctly, but we else got there. Well, what a shame. This game is over for Australia as well, says Rowan. Although there's still 3.5 minutes left and the Springboks are in their half. Well, they're going to be interesting. That was actually 2 minutes straight of phases for the Wallabies. Can we have some subtitles as well, says James? I feel like we probably need them the way that I was talking there. I was going too quick for my own brain to comprehend. I forgot. You can't count as Australia on Australia like the All Blacks made as well, says Shannon. Also, we have got Fuff down. He was indeed. So hopefully he isn't injured again because of the fact that unfortunately he has only just come back from injury. But I will mention at this stage, have we been able to do it? We are sitting on 994 likes. We are that's not mass. We are 6 away from hitting 1,000 likes. We've never done it before on the channel. We had never hit 500 likes on this channel, but now we are getting very close indeed. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like as well. Smash the like button for 1,000 as well, says Steve Smith. But in that situation, just showing a few replays here while Fuff de Klerk is down the Wallabies. They need to make sure that they get this ball back in a very short moment. We hit 1K as well for the likes. We've hit 1,000 likes, 2,000 viewers. The numbers are flying up, that is for sure. Can we have a comment from the co-commentator as well, says James? He's just happy at the moment, it seems. He doesn't really talk much, but he smiles. He's always smiling. He's like Damian McKenzie when he's lining up a kick. You know, you always got to have that little smile. But Fuff de Klerk off the field now for the last 3.5 minutes of this one now. What is going to be happening here? Take a screenshot because this is beyond mental as well, says Sebastian. I never thought that we would have more than about 600 people watching, and then we kept on upping it in the last few games. So I do appreciate every single one of you. It is a scrum feed now, 25 meters out from their own line, and Herschel Yankees first scrum feed for him in this match. A superb effort, mate. The way your commentary as well, says Abdul Malik. Thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate you being here for this one. It's a big push from the Springboks. Have they got the penalty advantage? No, they've been told to use it. It's gone up in the front row. And now because of it, it does mean that they will have a repack because both front rows ending up going up there. Great game for suspenseful and Hamish, our hero as well, says Reno. Thank you very much, mate. Hamish, the Kiwi lad, so humble, but a very smart man as well, says Nikola Tesla. I mean, at the end of the day, I always say I don't think like these live streams, they're not the same without you guys. Like if I was just doing the commentary, that is just the commentary. But with you guys in the chat as well, it's just absolutely awesome for you guys to all be here. And we have got to keep the time updated, says Boa. At this stage, we are sitting at 77 minutes and 30 seconds. We have got the 30 dislikes. Is a shame that this is better than the BBC Sports 5 Live. Thank you very much, James. And also, we have got time left. It is currently only 2.5 minutes left in this one. Come on, South Africa. I see in the chat as well. And Kieran looks happy as go box. Leave him alone. He's looking the other way as well. Says it Karawa. And now it's going to be a big push from the Wallabies. Is it going to be their penalty or have they got it? No, it's back in there. Is it Jasper Visa now? So they have done very well there, the Springboks, because that was a massive shunt from the Wallabies there. Damian Williams, it looked like it was a little bit wobbly. And at this stage now, the Springboks, they are actually going to continue to hit this ball up by the looks of it. Or do they kick it downfield? They've got to kick it downfield. Or else you're in that situation of only being just out from your own line. It's going to be Matt Phillip who is trying to get that one. It's going to be now lined up the Springboks, bouncing back on their side. And it's going to be available for Damian Williams. It just boots it as far downfield as he can into the hands of Reece Hodge, though. And there is an applaud. He was going to kick it. The crowd is saying, don't do it. And he has done it, Reece Hodge. He's fired up an absolute bomb there. And it's a knock-on advantage against them now. Jasper Visa once again by Lena Katau. But that was not the smart move from Reece Hodge. I think you had to counter with the attacking play there. It's a bit once again. Michael Hooper on that ball. Is it a penalty? No. It's been ripped out the side. It's going back and it's going to be called as a knock-on against the Wallabies. So it's a scrum feed to the box with 1 minute left, ladies and gentlemen. We have got great commentating as well, says Joseph. Thank you very much, mate. Whew. I am very nervous at the moment for both sides. We're on the field as the scrum happening. This one is going to be happening near the halfway line. It's currently raining here in the town that I live. We had a heavy weather warning earlier on for the wind. And I did say if we did end up losing power, I was still going to be continuing to do this live stream. I was going to transfer over to my phone, use some data, and continue to commentate for this match. That's how much I was excited for this one. And we have got Quake Cooper. You can do it as well, says Aleki. And also prediction for All Blacks versus South Africa. It's very hard to try and predict, that is for sure. Because of the fact it's a hard contest. I think I'm going to have to see the game next week as well to be able to really see what is going to be happening, what is with the Wallabies and their dumb decisions here. Unfortunately, the thing is there, Reece Hodge, he had space, but instead of trying to run it forward, he decided to kick the ball up into the air. Now it's going to be a massive push from the Wallabies. Nick White's on the ball. It's a penalty to the Wallabies. It's a penalty to the Wallabies. 10 seconds left in this game, and Nick White has won it. Who are they going to give the kick to? Quake Cooper or Reece Hodge? Reece Hodge has been here many times in the Tri Nations 2020. I've fallen over on my seat. This is going down to the absolute wire in this match. It was a massive push from the Wallabies, and now it all comes down to one last kick for Quake Cooper, perhaps, will be the man who takes it. We're on the field, mate, 40 metres out for Quake Cooper, just out to the side, Toulon versus Toulouse. Just asking, bro, I was hoping to do that game, although I might end up being asleep at that stage. But if I can, kind of after I finish this one and our post-match review as well, I will be keen to see whether or not I am kind of asleep enough to be able to do it. But this is a huge moment. Quade Cooper posts. Quade Cooper posts. He is going for the shot here. Quade Cooper, the man who hasn't played a game for the Wallabies in over 1,500 days. He is going to be kicking this one 45 metres out. He hasn't missed a kick today, Quake Cooper, that I can think of. Maybe he has. Can't quite think of it at this stage, but this is a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Can Quade Cooper, back in the number 10 jersey, can he get this kick? I don't know. It's going to be hard, but if he does get this kick, the Wallabies would win this match up against the Springboks. If he misses, the Wallabies will lose it as well. I'm going to stop looking at the chat because I feel like I will see from you guys who are a little bit further ahead, you will know whether or not this kick goes over. I'm concentrating firmly on the screen. 7 from 7 for Quade Cooper in this match so far. Can the man returning for the first time in over 5 years? It's even more than that, I believe, for Quade Cooper. Or it's around that 5-year mark. He's got an opportunity to win this game for the Wallabies. 45 metres out. They are saying that he midweek was saying he's become a better person. He is hoping to be able to be the best version of himself. Can he get this kick here? I can hardly even watch this at the moment. I don't want to open my eyes, but I'm going to look through one eye. Quade Cooper, it's straight down the middle, and the Wallabies win the game up against the Springboks. First time on Australian soil. These two sides have met in over 2 years, and Australia, Quade Cooper is a name that's going to be thrown around quite a bit in the next little while. Full-time score, the Wallabies are able to win it in the final minute of the match, and it is Quade Cooper who is able to do so. Tell you what, I don't know what to say. I'm almost speechless at this stage. I have no idea what we just witnessed. What a game. 26-28, the final moment of the game. And you can see the Gold Coast erupt. He struck it beautifully, Quade Cooper. It didn't even look like missing. Straight down the middle, and Quade Cooper hasn't been able to get that one for the Wallabies. The Springboks have been defeated on Australian soil. I make music as well, says Swords in the chat. And also we have got there in the chat how far on his right or left. I believe it was on the right foot, and it was around 45 metres out on the angle that he did manage to kick that one. The local boy gets it. The fairy tale is completed. So says CH, and Quade is a beast, says Nicola. And also we have got there bacon and eggs for Bricky in the chat from Moby Snake. Thanks for your commentary, Amish, as well, says Russell. No worries, mate. And thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be covering every game of the Rugby Championship. Let's see how many of you guys we will see for the next one. And we are also covering all the other competitions that are happening around the world, whether it is the United Rugby Championship, the Rainbow Cup, that's not a thing anymore, the Gallagher Premiership. Also, we are covering the top 14. Tell you what a game. What a game of rugby. The prodigal son has returned as well, says CH. Well done, Oz, as well, says T. McNeil. And you just won me $100 as well, says Robbie. Congratulations, mate. It's awesome to see that some of you guys have got those bets paying off in the chat. Australia plus New Zealand Eagles the best. So I don't know whether we can throw around that at this stage, but we have also got their world champions left the chat as well, says Immortal. And Tonga Thor, won the scrum penalty, and this gives me confidence as a Kiwi for our side. Just what is needed in Australia, beating the South Africans, banging as well. Well done, Oz from UK. Great commentary. See you all next week as well in the chat. And also, is it halftime yet? It is full time, mate. And at this stage, the Springboks have been defeated by the Wallabies on the soil of the Gold Coast and in Queensland. So that now means the Wallabies up against the Springboks in their last 6 matches have won 5 games and lost and drew one in Australia. That is a big stat indeed. But once again, I will quickly show. Oh, I've just had the realizations, Immortals. I said you're shaving the beard. Actually, yeah, that was the case, wasn't it? Damn. That's unfortunate. I've just remembered the other side of it, which was the factor of, I said if the Wallabies win, I have to shave this part off and leave just the mustache for next week. I think it is going to be that situation of happening. Was the bet. And I guess I am a man of my word, and I will be doing that. I am so happy, bro. You don't understand as well. And 1.1k likes in 2 hours. Richly deserved as well, says Russell, and we are still the champions, says Renee. And also we have got, I made enough money of that to sponsor your good stuff for a few years as well, says Wicked Knight. And also we have got great commentary subbed and like I can't read anymore. My brain has well and truly scrambled at this stage, and we have got their great commentary and also great stuff. Hamish, go have a shave as well, says Robert. And I will be doing it after. We normally do a post-match review for these ones. Are you guys keen to see a wee post-match review for this match? It's going to be an interesting one. I think it's going to be our most disliked post-match review ever. I'll be honest. I don't think it's going to go too well with the factor of, unfortunately, it's going to be interesting. But I will mention, if you guys tune in for that post-match review, it will make it a lot of fun as well. By my bearded Hamish. Finally, the Wallabies put on a full 80-minute performance, and it came right down to the wire. And at this stage, South Africa are sitting on, are they actually sitting on minus 1.4? Or sorry, 1.94? Really, that's a huge drop as well. That is for sure. And we have got the Australian side will improve. Excellent backline mutants. As well, says Terry Evans, and Quay really popped off as well. 8 from 8 kicks. And Pollard, he missed a couple kicks in this match. He missed about 3 or 4. So when you look at those numbers, it is the difference in games. Kicks win matches when it comes to these Rugby Championship games when they can be this close as well. Good job, Hamish. As I said back around, and also we have got their Pollard. Should be benched next match as well. Box play bad. Cooper's kicking sensational as well, says Anrich. And also Bok are going to get them back as well, says Tanya. And also we have got they lost 1.94 as well on the world rankings. And definitely great commentary. Thank you as well. And does anyone have a decent fly half that we could buy as well, says Daryl Roberts. I mean, Quake Cooper's a good option. Maybe you got to bring back. I mean, you've already brought back. I guess Mornay saying he didn't go anywhere. Who's the South African player who's retired, who used to play 10 or pretty much semi-retired? Maybe he'd be the best option in that regard, because it seems to have worked for the Wallabies in this one. We have got best commentary made as well, says John. And also we have got thanks for the commentary. You were great as well, says CH. And how many points did South Africa miss from missed kicks? I believe it would have been, I think it's 7, at least 7 points in this one. Australia as well, says Johnny Blaze. And also now the question is, how do the British and Irish Lions feel about this Bok defeat? Major upset from Australia. And congrats to the Wallabies as well, says Sebastian. And they need 16, says McKinney. And what we will quickly do while we are on this live stream, we will be transferring over to our post-match review. But first, we look at this. This table is going to be changing a little bit. The New Zealand side, the All Blacks, are now going to be leading by 5 points in the Rugby Championships. The Springboks are going to be sitting on just the 10 points. They do get the bonus point, though, for being within 7 in this match. So that is that little extra bonus, and they don't lose a lot of points differential either in this situation. But that is an interesting fixture, that is for sure. But nonetheless, now I am going to quickly set up the post-match review while I am on live stream with you guys, so that you guys can transfer straight over and we can have a chat about this match. I feel like it's going to be an interesting one. We always know that watching games like this come down to the wire, it just hurts your brain thinking about how many moments there are in this game that just changed the game. You know, I feel like I'm trying to put sentences together, but my brain is like, sentences do not exist for you at this stage, because they dug deep in this game, the Wallabies, that is for sure. The Springboks, they didn't have the best game, but they still had that fight throughout that whole match, and they were inches away from winning one. Great commentary, Hamish. You had us on the edge of our seats as well, says David O, a Kiwi first half and a Kiwi coach for the Wallabies. If South Africa lose next week, the ABs win, then New Zealand might be number 1 on the world ranking, says Immortal. And that just shows how quickly it can change as well. Post-match link as well, says Chippins47. I will be posting the highlights link in the post-match review when they do get uploaded, because normally they are just a little bit later with that post-match review, with the highlights that they put up on YouTube. So I will, as soon as that is available for us, though, I will be putting that on the chat so you guys can see it as well. Colby Sucks as well. I believe it is Colby Sucks, and he is actually not playing in this match, though. Unfortunately for him, he didn't get the chance because he was injured in this one. Miss Man Colby as well, and hopefully he will be back next week. But we are currently sitting only 9 subscribers away from hitting 5,900 do help us out if you do want to. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. And we are going to be back. We're going to be back better than ever for the next live stream. We are continuing to learn all about these two sides. And it is absolutely awesome that we have been able to see so many great games of rugby for the Rugby Championship. I want to say in this game, the Springboks, they did lose it, but they were well and truly competitive, and I feel like next week it could go either way. Even maybe they will be able to get that win back depending on the fixture, but it is going to be played at Suncorp, which of course the Wallabies, they have a good winning record at Suncorp as well, so it's going to be a tightly contested fixture, and I absolutely love the fact that we are going to get to see some more good rugby at the end of this one. I'm quickly setting up the live preview or review, I should say, that we are going to be doing, where we go through the stats and everything along those lines. Do you want to watch, or do you want to do a live reaction together as well? Says Go Sporting. Do you do these rugby live streams, mate? Do let me know in the chat. But at this stage, my voice luckily has been able to last. We have got that's the only system they're using to play territory, accumulate 3-pointers, and on hairy drop balls as well, says Karawe. But at this stage, it was a close fixture. It was very close in that regard. Is Colby injured, or did he not get picked as well? He is injured at the moment, so that is why he is not there for this match. But I'm wondering how long he's going to be out for. I'm not actually sure of the extent of that one. He wasn't even a squad mate, as well, says Sebastian. So does that mean that Chisel Colby is not going to be here for the whole Rugby Championship, or does that mean that he is just out for a little bit longer and we will get to see him very soon? He doesn't pass, he just kicks, and we lose the ball as well, says Steve Clark. I assume that is for Chisel. Is that Chisel Colby or Stain? Do let me know. But nonetheless, I will quickly be posting the link to our post-match review in the chat so that you guys can transfer straight over and we can talk all about this match, thoughts on the last couple scrum calls as well, says Cabello. They ended up going one each way, didn't it? But the Wallabies, I'm not sure what happened in the later stages of that one, but they just well and truly ramped it up when it came to the pressure in the scrum. I'm not sure whether it was Taniela Tupou up against Oxnard, because Oxnard actually won a penalty earlier on in that one. But yeah, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on this game, everyone, as well. Where's Springboks ever as well, says Salua. And also we have got the congratulations, Oz. You are probably the better team. Bok were lackluster today. Bok were poor for long periods of the game as well. We need Morne Stain in the chat as well. But we will be able to talk all about all of these moments in our post-match review as well. But nonetheless, I will put that one in the chat, and then we will be transferring over to our post-match review very, very soon. But for those who are wondering who were able to score the tries in this match, Bongi Umbanambi able to score in the 24th or so I said. Not sure what time it was in the game, and Malcolm Marks scoring the 2 tries for the Springboks. Also then Andrew Callaway, the only try scorer for the Wallabies, but 8 from 8 kicks for Quake Cooper is what won them this game. And we have also got, you should let me enjoy the commentary on the Kiwi version of Aussie Man Reviews as well, says Immortals. And also, as the game done, it is indeed. And this is the full-time score just below us. We have got their winners, Richie Mwonga, back. I believe we will be back for the second match up against the Springboks, if I'm not wrong. And also, we have got their, see, making it an hour video whinging against Cesar Blime. And also, what's the score, Skip Benny? This is the full-time score, 28 to the Wallabies and 26 to the Springboks in this one. And also, we have got the great commentary, Hamish. Hope, do you put money on Mark's try as well, says Ray? I should have, because of the fact I said at the start of the game, even before like anything had happened in the game, I was like, ladies and gentlemen, Malcolm Marks is scoring a try in this match. And I should have backed myself, but I didn't, unfortunately. So hopefully someone actually did back that, and maybe you made a few dollars indeed. But nonetheless, I think that is going to be near the end of this live stream, and we will be transferring over to our post-match review, which once again, I will put in the chat. But anyone who is new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to become a channel member if you do want access to exclusive emojis. We have got the Rugby Down Under podcast as well, which is me and an Australian talking about World Rugby. And this is going to be an interesting one this week, as he will be extremely happy with that result, that is for sure. Then also, yeah, if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you all very much for the massive amount of support that we have got in this live stream. It's been absolutely incredible today, and I hope to see you all back in future ones. But nonetheless, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you all for the next one, which is starting in only a couple of minutes as well, I should mention. And we'll put it in the chat once again. It is going to be a post-match review, and this one, once this ends, will also take you over to that as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for